Welcome, everybody, to Chapter 59 of LegionsCast Live. That's right, we're back. We're back for a splendid episode today. We've got a lot of work that needs to be done. This is not fun. This is brass tacks. This is a job that we have to finish today, and we're going to get to it pretty quickly after I tell you all that I am Lord Stephen Bisciotti. And with me today is, of course, everybody's favorite Swedish man, Emil Wickman.
Hello there, everyone. Nice to see you, Stephen, as well. Nice to see everyone.
Nice to see everyone. And then there is the most legions of Lens in the world.
Legions of Lenodusses.
Brandishing a purple bandana today. Is that special, Len?
It was a gift.
It was a gift.
I'm sure you can guess who it was from.
Barney it is. Oh, Barney. He loves you. You love him. Yeah, so guys, we're back. I'm happy to be here. I would love to chit-chat about all different sorts of crazy stuff, but the topic of the day is at hand and needs to get accomplished, and we can't do that until we introduce. Oh, I'm being stopped by the man, Len or Emil. What's up?
I'm not sure if I interrupted you wrongfully or rightfully, but if you're about to bring on our guests, are you?
I was thinking about it.
Then it's good that I stopped, because we're learning new things about doing YouTube lives, and you need to say just a few words about yourself. Maybe there's someone who's here for the first time. You just have to say a few words,
right.
you know, to welcome, because we don't want to sit here and everyone knows who you are.
If you're watching the show and you don't know who I am, you're doing it wrong. I am Lord Steve Bisciotti. I am the host of a few podcasts. I'm an unabashed Mythic Legions fan. I do a little bit of customizing, a little bit of painting, a little bit of sculpting in the 3D or the aftermarket, if you will, of Mythic Legions. And I have great hair, so that ought to do it. Emil?
Yeah, okay. I don't have great hair, if that's where you're leaving me with. Okay. But like you said, I'm from Sweden. That's why my English is not perfect like the rest of you guys' English is. Anyway, I love Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, Figura Obscura. I love customizing, love sculpting in 3D, doing a lot of work together with both you, Stephen, and with Len, who is printing most of the things that I've ever sculpted. So, and I love doing tribute figures at the moment. Okay, that's me.
And I'm Len. I am on no podcasts. I do not customize. I do not paint.
As he's on a podcast.
I do not. I have wonderful hair, but I cover it up. And
why would you do that?
To make Steven look better. Everything I do is for Steven. It's all for the bit. And I am a bashful Legions fan, and I'm here to rank some Legions.
Yeah.
All right, so now that all you new people have gotten to know us better, let's get on our guests, because I'm excited today about both of them. Let's start with the little goblin himself.
Yay.
The billiest of Beiges, William White. William, you gonna bring him out? Oh, there he is.
And you're muted.
No, I'm not. It's all for the bit. It's all for the bit. It's me, Billy Beige. I've infiltrated LegionsCast. I got my LegionsCast shirt on. If you don't have the swag, why even show up? But I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to shuffle some Legions and see who's A tier and see who's F tier.
We don't have any F tiers.
So serious.
But still, yeah, we don't have any F tiers. But you can,
like I said, this
F tiers in the heart.
Oh, okay.
This isn't fun. This is a job.
This is serious.
All right. And to put a little class on the show, little, we've got the European mainstay of Emil here, but sometimes we got to just up it a little bit and bring in some some more highbrow European stuff. So for that, we would always reach out to Mr. Richard Jones, who is a huge Noble Bear fan.
No, I'm not.
Oh, come on.
That's a slanderous statement, Steve.
Richard, how you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Very much looking forward to this. Thank you for the invite.
You're welcome. I think you were the last one. I think we've got all of the Euro Legions guys now.
I don't know
At
how
least,
you sound.
well, one of them was on. My wife is going to kill me, but
Yeah.
And clearly saving the best for last. So
there you go. There you go. Saving the best for last.
yeah,
Know your worth.
thank you, Billy.
All right, so this time we're going to go back to the tier thing. We know everybody loves it. We love it too. We're going to hash some things out, and we're going to go after the best knights in the Mythic Legions line. Emil has painstakingly put this together, and he's ready to go. So I'm going to let him explain what's going on here. So take it away, Emil.
Thank you for that. So everyone, we're gonna have a battle between the knights and the skeletons. We have some explanations to do. So here we have the tiers going from S to A, B, C, D, where S is the super tier. Those are the absolute best knights or skeletons. The figures that will end up in this tier are the best ones. And everyone who is taking part of this will, we will help each other out to decide which ones will be at the S tier. So, when we talk about skeletons, it's pretty easy to pick out all the skeletons we have in the Legions line. One skeleton that we have not included is the skeleton horse Conibus. So we just decided to leave the mounts off. Another thing to explain is the knights. There are some characters that are named knights, so those are pretty easy to distinguish, but there are a lot of figures that are not named knight. They don't have the role of being a knight, etc. So we did some work. Rich has done a lot of work going through this as well, looking at what is a knight and what is not a knight. Rich, for example, you had a distinguished for Sir Andrew, who is his role is pyromancer. But what was your idea? Why did we include Sir Andrew in this?
My thinking was that he's a knight first and a pyromancer second. So he fights for the Order of Aetheron. He is, a knight first, but then with some mage capabilities. So that's why I thought he would be better placed in this.
Well, he is a Sir. He is carrying the Sir name too. I mean, that would
definitely helps.
I would think, would play a part.
Yeah. So we went through all the characters that we found on sourcehorseman.com, and there will probably be some characters here that people in the chat will find like, that's not a knight. He or she would never be considered a knight. And that discussion, let's have that discussion peacefully. Anyway, well, let's have that discussion in the chat. So, why have we started already? We said that we're going to include everyone in the chat to decide this, but still, when we start, we have a lot of characters already put up on the tier map. And that is because we have 60 characters to go through. And it's like, this is going to take a while. So make sure that you have something to drink or, soft pants on or something that makes it more relaxing, because this is going to take some time. Don't wear jeans or anything. Yeah, but I mean jeans or something, don't you do? Okay.
If you're at home, kick off your shoes, get comfortable, pop your favorite drink that has where it's non-alcoholic because it's the middle of the day for some people, and just relax and enjoy.
That is what we're gonna exactly. So we can all thank you for that. Look at the tier. We have gone through all the builders, and we pre-ranked the builders. we probably have to rearrange these because there are a lot of spots left in the D tier. There will be 12 characters in each tier, so we have to do a lot of rearrangement. I asked all of the hosts here to send their list of the builders to me, and then I did a calculation. Every D tier got 1 point, and every S tier got 5 points, and then I just summarized them, and then what do you say? Divided it with us 5. There was only one character on this list that got voted D tier by all 5 of us. Any guesses?
Was it the gold skeleton?
It was the gold skeleton. All 5 of us was like, that's the D tier. And then there was one character that was voted a D tier by everyone except by Rich Jones, who gave it an S tier. So it traveled up the list quite a bit. I don't remember which one it was, but let's go. We have a lot to do. So
before you get started, buddy,
Yes.
can I just make a few acknowledgments? Everyone in the chat that wants to participate, you are more than welcome to do so, and in fact, you are encouraged to. If you can, please put the name of the character before your vote, because due to the delays that happen, if you just throw up a tier like a B, I'll have no idea of who that is. Because if you haven't watched this before, we do take in audience participation at the end of each character to finalize or to get the initial ranking of it. So I'm going to be tabulating those, and it makes it easier for me if you shout out with the name first.
All right. With that all being said, I think we're ready to get started.
So, Billy, who is this first character? The red skeleton. What's his name?
It's Calvicus, the red skeleton.
Calvicus.
Yeah, it's Calvicus from Calvicus and Hobbiton. The famous
Okay.
webcomic. Come on.
Of course. So, Billy, where do you want to put Calvicus?
Okay, he's a red skeleton. I'm going to say B tier.
B tier.
You know what? I meant to say D tier. D as in dog.
All the way to the end.
All the way to the end.
It's dog and then another word after it, eh, Billy?
Yeah. He's red. He's got bones. He was fantastic when he first came out, but there's so many other figures on here that just blow him out of the water and down to D tier.
Well, Rich?
It's a D from me. He's one of my least favorite figures in the entire line.
Wow.
It's just a basic skeleton painted red. It's like, that's just no.
My lord, what do you say?
I love this figure, but unfortunately, figures, the early waves, they're still great, but like I think we all realize, the ante has been upped so much over the years that as much as I love this character and I love his shield, and I actually love his bio because it talks about him being able to like turn his bones into weapons and stuff, a little, which you really can't see because it's not part of the figure or his accessories.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as I love him, I still would have to agree with the fellas that it's a D.
Yeah. And I'm just going to agree with you guys. D for me as well. Len, what do you say? What is the chat saying?
The chat is saying 3C, 2D, and 1A.
Oh,
So
there's an A in there.
the consensus of that seems to be between C and D.
And we are 4 Ds, and you...
So I'm smelling D for him.
Yeah. Moving on then to the rich. Who is this?
This is...
Or...
This is Delphina of Etheros.
Yeah. Delphina. Where do we want her, Rich?
I put her in B personally. She's got a really gorgeous head sculpt. Loads of accessories, like the sword, the crossbow, 2 different heads, and almost as important as all of that, she's a Templar, which automatically inflates her grade for me. So I put a B.
Sounds easy for you.
Billy?
I'm gonna go ahead and say C, just because it's I have her, but I've never taken her out of the box.
Why?
It just wasn't like thrilling to be like, oh, I need to build up my Aetheron shelf and stuff like that. And maybe once Nominus comes out, I'll be like, oh, she'll get in there, and the Templars will get some love again. But right now, she's in the box. She's staying at C.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, Billy.
Well, I also own her, and she is still in the box.
What? Guys. No.
We discussed this on the women's when we rated the female characters. I'm not that much of a fan of this figure. It's a beautiful figure, but it's just a female Templar. It's boring.
Okay, where do you put her?
She's a
You're gonna
She's a D. She's a D for me.
Oh, come on. Okay, so how ever did we get the Templar up at the builder at the A tier? I'm gonna put her in A tier. I mean, that's my vote. I put her all of the way up to A.
Heavy favoritism.
Yeah, but no hands.
It's like,
no,
okay,
I'm not stopping her anywhere.
That's like, I'll tell you how the Templar got to be an A tier, because he was the original. He was the him and is it Godfrey is the main Templar guy.
Yeah,
he was the original. He came out. They established the Templars. That is the Templars. All right. It's like saying, why is Spider-Man an A tier, but Madam Web is D tier? We don't need it. It's because that's okay. Now Juno Crusher isn't just the female version of another character, so that's why she's a better female character. This one right here, boring.
Okay, and just every time I hear something about the tier making, Curtis comes in. Curtis Ackerman, for you guys to know, he doesn't like my opinions, and it's like everyone is voting, and then Emil is just putting her wherever he wants it. But I'm not. Yeah, there we have. Curtis is coming in again.
Oh no!
So Len, no, take him away.
He's breaking through.
Len, where's? Okay,
Where are we at?
Not gonna end up. She's not going to end up in A tier. Where did we put her?
Let's see. The audience seems to want to put her in B, because we have for S we have 2. For B, we have 5, and C, there is 1. So the consensus seems to be a B tier, which is where you have her right now.
That was Billy's
What do you
start.
think, Len?
What do I think?
Yeah, what do you think, Len?
I think that she's good in B. Let's move on.
Let's move on. And here we have the green. Stephen.
Len the politician.
Who is
Len
this,
the
Stephen?
producer.
Question. Who is that?
This? Who's the green
That
one?
is Scaphoid. Right? I got it. Scaphoid.
Cool. Where do you want him?
Oh, where do I want Scaphoid? Scaphoid's really cool. I really, man, he's a B or a C for me. I'm gonna go with the C.
Ooh, let's hear. Billy, you didn't like the red one.
I didn't like the red one, but Scaphoid is poison green, and it's just he's an eyesore, so I love him. I love him. So he's either A or B for me.
What?
And yeah. I mean, we don't have blood or gore in Legions, obviously, but he has a mace that's covered in poison, and I love that little extra detail to it. So A and B, I'm gonna lean towards A. It may not end up there, but I'm saying A. The paint job, and he's gross. I love him.
Got it. Rich.
He's an A for me. I absolutely love this guy. The gold that they use on him is just out of this world. And it blends in so well with the purple cloth stuff and the green bones. As Billy said about the weapon being covered in poison, it's a basic figure in terms of parts, but I love him. So he'd be an A for me all day long.
It's very, very, very interesting. And I'm just gonna simply say that I go with Steven with a C. It's like he is very cool, but okay, looking at him maybe, but maybe B. I could say B. I changed my B. That's where I put him in. Not higher. B is pretty good. It's just in the middle. But the thing is, it's not just us who are voting. Len, what's everyone saying?
Well, the chat seems to be overwhelming to put Scaphoid in the S tier.
Whoa.
There's 38,
Wait a minute.
38 S's.
Wow.
38
chat.
S's. Wow.
Wait,
That's the highest we've ever had.
We don't even have 38, viewers.
Damn it.
Maybe we do.
From-
I'm just
from
kidding.
my
I'm just
heart.
trying. I'm just trying to put him
Champ?
All right.
122.
178 S tier votes.
We
All
just
right, so
counted on the
The
ballot.
chat in reality has 1 D, 1 C, 3 A's, 4 B's, and 1 S.
It's sound okay. Is it pretty much in the middle? It's a B, right?
I would
sounded
say
like-
yes, a B. He's my favorite figure almost in the entire line, so I don't want to totally throw it off, but that's why I tried to rig it the way I did. I absolutely love this guy, and I have a ton of him, but I'm not going to throw that for my own personal feelings, and I'm fine with him to be if that's where you want him to be.
Well, that's not where I want him to be. I'm just saying that we are doing it together. Everyone who is doing this doing together. Otherwise, let's move on.
I think it's a B for now, for sure.
Yeah, B sounds like it. So,
Acceptable.
going back to Billy, who is this?
It's Sir New Knight. Yeah, it's Valiant Knight Plus.
Valiant.
It's,
I think I actually want a Richard Jones comment on this one. You love the Templars.
I do. This is Sir Elijah.
Yeah. It's Sir Elijah.
It is. This is this figure holds dear for me because it was the first figure I saw when I was actually in America for Legion's Lounge.
Wow.
So and they revealed it. It was like cool. I really love this guy. For me, he's an A. The unhelmeted head sculpt is great. The helmeted head sculpt is out of this world, quite frankly. The shield's awesome. The soft goods are great. That mace weapon is really just nasty. I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For me, it's an A.
I'm just going to get myself out of the way and say that I agree with Rich. It's fantastic. I love this figure.
yeah, to speed things up, love him.
Yeah.
Helmet, dope.
What tier, Billy?
Oh, he's gonna be like an A tier, if not S tier, because it's just those new parts, the new just range of motion added there. And if you don't like him as a knight, you could turn him into a skeleton, but
Yeah.
he leads as a knight. I won't argue that.
Okay, I'm just gonna somewhat agree with all of you, but I'm gonna put him at S. Definitely. This is one of the figures that I look most forward to. These new Templars. It's like, okay, so I'm with S. So do we have 2 S's and 2 A's among us?
Was it? Who else said S?
Billy.
Billy. Okay. Yep.
Or
so then we're
A?
50-50.
Okay, 50-50. Let's see. I'm a little bit, Len,
Yes.
don't tell me that everyone's putting him down at D.
No, really not a whole lot of action going on here. Hold on, I'm still waiting to calculate some. Not some, but there's some other ones coming in. 3 S tier, 4 A tiers. And on personal vote, I'm going to put him more in the A or B tier. B tier, because I can't put an S. I can't put something I don't own in S. I just can't.
What?
I mean, that's fair. It's
I
fair.
gotta have it in hand. I can't call that.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know how you-
know you usually say that, but it's so he is between S and A, but let's put him in A then.
I
You
think
really
that's fair,
can.
yeah.
You really can call it, Len. I mean, come on. We got the
No.
Sir. We got the Valiant Knight body. We know how he's gonna
Does
move.
the Valiant Knight have soft goods, like a soft good tunic?
No, but we can see from the picture it looks really good.
Catfish.
Catfish.
That's how I got Courtney.
And now we have a figure, Fosta. She is not a favorite. There are some, Michael, that doesn't like her, and then there are some that really like her. And what do you guys think?
Lame.
Her color scheme pops. I like red and gold. I like it. B.
B?
I'm
Oh.
gonna say I say B only because B is far emptier than C, and I don't want to argue yet on who needs to get pushed up or down.
I have a love it and hate it relationship with this figure. I love the color scheme. I love hooded head. The stuff on the torso is amazing. But I hate her because she will not stay on my shelf. No matter, even when I
never.
use the stand, she falls off.
Yeah.
She's taken out countless other figures. I've tried her in different poses. She won't stand. So just because I hate her for that, I'm saying the D.
Even with like the patented Mythic Legion stand sold by the Four Horsemen.
I don't actually have any of those, Billy. But every other stand I've tried, she just hurls herself off.
You
So
should
almost
check
like
out my
she's
review.
mocking me.
You should check out my review. Those things are solid and they're affordable.
Well, since they clip her on the waist, I doubt she would fall if she was in one of those. But
Okay, wait, Steven, we have a long way to go with all these figures.
I'm just gonna say D. I don't find her. She's got a cool color scheme, but D. Because
Wow.
there's just so much more coming up that we need space for at the top.
Rich, did you say B?
D for me, yeah.
D.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just because of the shelf diving.
I'm
If
Okay.
she
gonna
had better
go ahead
ankles, she'd probably be a B.
I'm gonna lean towards D now too because
Oh.
facts are facts. Steven said it.
That shelf dive, you guys have, you're correct, but I'm going for B or C. Let's go C for me, a little bit higher than the D tier. Actually, I'm looking at what figures are left. I have to change myself to D, but I love the colors. I love the colors. Darn it, Len. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I'm sorry.
I sort of think
Funny
that
comment. But your Legions.
I got a podcast now, and I got a Steam,
I'm
Sting
sorry.
Star appointment to have where I get like back in the championship at like 6. So we gotta move it along.
John is an extreme microphone snob, so yeah, he's going to dive on you for that, Billy.
Who is that, Rich? Who is doing? Is that
John. That's John.
That's John,
He's
okay.
he's a microphone snob.
I
so,
gotta
yeah.
pull myself together. All right. So, well, Fosta.
Okay.
Not only is she taking a dive on Rich's displays, but she's taking a dive on the charts. She's getting 6 C votes, 3 D votes, 2 B votes, and 2 A votes.
Hey, that sounds like a C and not a D.
Hey, I love her color, and I do think the figure's pretty cool. I would put it more at a C than a D, but that's neither here nor there.
I think we need to propose. I know it's early yet, but I'm seeing, because of the way we did this to save time with the builders first kind of thing going on here. I think it's blatant that there's a few builders that can be dropped down to T in light of drop down to D in light of what we have coming. I mean, come on, does anybody? All right, between the 5 of us, is there anybody who thinks that the Silver Knight shouldn't be a D?
I'm
Compared to
fine
all,
with
now
D.
that we're introducing all these other characters.
I'm really fine, and I'm just gonna say this as well. When it comes to the Vampire Knight, I love the vampires, but when I started ranking, I'm like, oh darn it, I have
Drop
to
that
put him
Vampire
at
Knight.
D.
Drop it
Drop-
down.
Drop
that vampire.
Drop the Vim.
Drop the
drop it.
Vampire Knight.
Vamp.
Sons of guns,
Do
all
it.
of you.
Do
He's
it.
the best
thing
figure
is-
in the line.
Stake that vamp. Stake
That
that
is.
vamp.
Did you hear what Rich said?
What?
He's the best figure in the line. Shame on all of you.
All of us had D, and he had an S tier on this one.
This was
wow.
it. This was the one.
This was the
This was
one.
the one. I love this figure.
Is it because of the unique head sculpt? Is it head sculpt? It's got to be that, right?
It's the combination of all 3 different head sculpts. I really like the thinner vampire build, colors. I love that figure.
Okay.
So,
Well,
wait a minute.
Accept you.
Did I remove the wrong one? No.
That's the female knight builder,
That's
isn't
the
it?
female builder.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
That stays up in C.
Oh, you had. Was it this one? The
Silver Knight, I think, should
Silver
go
Knight,
down.
yeah.
Yeah, Silver
We
Knight.
need to make some space.
Okay, let's make some space.
That's Knight Builder, isn't it?
No,
No.
the Night Builder's up here at B tier.
Yeah, it's a dope.
Oh, all right.
The Lux skeleton, drop that down to a D.
What?
I would do. I support that.
I
Which one?
voted that.
Oh, the deluxe skeleton.
The deluxe skeleton next to the relic guard.
I'm
yeah.
against that.
I voted that as a D.
So Len says D. I say D. Billy, you say.
I'm gonna say D because there's so much.
Rich,
more
you
here.
say.
I said D. Yep.
It's 4-1, Emil. Sorry, buddy.
Actually, all of you voted C, except for
Yeah.
me, who voted him in B.
Yeah, but that's not comparing him. It's now that I'm looking at this. I think we're making good
saying
room.
Move this down.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
see,
saying mutiny, but I'm doing it. Look at this, Curtis Ackerman. How I'm very much smooth and listening to everyone else. I'm not just the in charge guy.
Okay.
Okay.
Now that looks a lot better.
Eden.
Now we
Time
have
next.
who is this? Anyone recognize?
It's Attila.
Attila, the first version of Attila. I'm not putting it. I'm just dropping it. So
Yeah, don't drop it there. Don't know.
no, I don't dare to. Attila,
You dare.
I don't dare to. Who, guys? Any comments? Rich, you're the. I mean, he's not a Templar, but
He's not. The first. This is the first one, yeah, not the second one.
it's the
Yes.
first one. The first
Yeah. For me, this is a B or a C. Head sculpt is great. I love the head sculpt. That armor color is god awful.
one.
It's
Really?
just terrible. Yeah, and the weapons are really basic. So for me, it's probably a C if I had to be pushed.
With what we have remaining, I think I could agree with that as well. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Billy.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna fight for you, Attila. You go into the sea.
Going into the sea. But we should hear, Len, you and the army of voters, where do we want Attila? I'm thinking that, I mean, I wonder if he would be way higher if it wasn't for the 2 point, the second version.
I believe he would be higher if it wasn't for the second version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Because now we're like, we know what we have to compare him with, not just color, paint wise. But I do like, I think definitely, I don't own this version of him. Len,
Yes. Well,
tell us.
if my child brought home this many D's on his report card, there'd be trouble because Attila's getting a lot with 6 D's,
60.
1 S, 3 C's, and 2 B's.
Wow.
Wow. And we have 4 C's among us. So that's,
Oh,
yeah.
that's interesting. Well, I'm actually fine with moving him to a D.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
So
the nature of the beast. It's the nature of having a second version of yourself that's just amazing.
Yeah, I
Just
agree with
looking
that,
at-
Steve. I think that it's a wonderful figure, but with the second version, it kind of eclipses it.
I think we're gonna. I think some are gonna get really mad at this. I mean, we're actually okay. Whatever.
Well, I mean, he's got 6
he's
D
lower
votes,
than
I don't think-
Fosta.
Falstia, she's just that good.
What if she didn't fall? Okay, so Steven, this is a friend of yours.
Yeah. Old
Who is
Pelvicas?
Yeah.
Old
Pelvicas.
Pelvicas here. He, in my opinion, is a S tier.
S tier.
Part of shares every part of Lord Bashadi but the head. I mean, how can I not? S tier for no for totally unemotional or personal reasons, I say S tier. Nothing personal about this with me. So you guys do what you will.
Okay. Let's hear it, Billy.
Okay, you got to follow the lore here. Real and imagined. He's got to be B tier, because if he's not in B tier, he's not fence riding. If he's not fence riding, he's not living to his full potential, which is mid.
That's sound.
That was so many words that didn't make any sense. So many words, and it's like, I wonder if I would learn English by listening to stuff like that. I was like, what? What
That's
did he
if you
say?
want to talk like that, you need to talk like a 15-year-old girl. So, I mean, the only other people I know that use the word mid are my daughters. So, but I still love it.
Yeah, but I mean, like it kind of fits it. I mean, he is a wonderful figure. It is older parts. He isn't like exclusive. You can't pick him up just straight out of like a retailer and things like that. I love the head. I love the paint job.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he is B tier. B tier.
Mr. Jones.
I mean, the fact it's Travis is a negative straight from the off. It's like just the thought of having Travis anywhere in my house is quite creepy. I'm not a fan of a mage being that armored either. There's too much armor for me, so I'm going to put him as a C.
C. We have. I mean, I don't know where to put him, but I just thought of something, and maybe I'm probably not the first one, but when Maximilius the Harvester is coming out, you can paint his entire body red and put Pelvicas' head on, and then you have a nude Pelvicas.
Well, that kid fashion idea there is S tier, and then you also have to get I can't remember if it's the Brazier or what from D13 from Biblical Adventures, and turn it into a hot tub.
Ooh, you have ideas.
I have
I mean, I don't know where to put him. Maybe in B.
You ready for some audience?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's hear him.
Let's see. The audience gives Pelvicas 4 Ds, 2
What?
A's,
I bet they do.
5 B's, and 5 C's. And I do have to kind of sort of agree with Billy. He's a fence rider in truth and in figure, and I would have to put him in B or C. And I'm leaning more towards C.
Listening to that, anyone objecting to C? I mean, in just listening to the numbers.
Here's the deal. Here's just a thought. What would Travis want? I think Travis would want the D.
You know him better than most, and I think this is telling.
Do you want Pelvicas to be lower than Fosta as well?
Pelvicas might want that.
He definitely would want that.
But
I
I'm
think he'd be into that.
Okay.
I think B's a good. I think B. It sounds like B's in the middle of what everybody's saying, right? Isn't that what you were alluding to, Len?
No, not at all.
No, I think
B
C.
is too high.
C.
I
Okay.
think C, yeah. Well, I mean, the audience vote was between. There's actually more D's pulling it down, so I would say C is the right place for it.
Let's go there. And then let's move on to the first version of Gideon Hedensbrand. Gideon or Gideon? Gideon.
I like Gideon.
Gideon Hedensbrand. That's like,
He is so good.
You got to say, with that porn star mustache, he would be called Gideon, wouldn't he? He wouldn't be called Gideon. He'd be called Gideon.
Just
Gideon.
slaps his hands every time he enters a room. He's like, "Let's get it done."
Okay. But this is the first version. I don't own it. And, it's an old figure, but where do we want him today ranking? Obviously, not long ago, I think he would rank a lot higher than where we're placing him now. But where do we want him? Oh, that's a cool photo.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic early figure. One of my favorite early figures is severely upgraded when he is brandishing the Heavens brand, which the figure does not come with. So therefore, and on the account that he has a second version, I put him at C.
Hmm. I think I'm just gonna C.
Yeah.
It's a letter. You know, it's a letter.
It's English class. It's like, yeah, we have that letter in Sweden as well.
To make the same sound.
C, that's a long way down. It's getting crowded down here as well.
I have him as a B.
I'm gonna go with B as well.
I'm gonna go with C. I've handled one of them briefly, and I'm gonna say he would be B or A tier if he had come with like soft goods and stuff like that. Because with like the Max Bird soft goods, he
Ooh.
does have where it's like, oh, it's epic and majestic. But I'd say
Yeah.
right now, since there is a second one coming, even though I don't have it in hand, I'd say C tier. But I would also say C tier and bump one of the builders down.
Yeah. Okay, then.
All right. Let's see here. 1S.
Bill is laughing at that S. Do you
3
know what it
A's.
is? What? What?
3 A's. 2 B's. 3 C's. And 1 D. So it's pretty spread out. I mean, it's almost like a perfect bell curve. I personally, I would put him. I think he's really cool. I love he's just classic to me. Like, it's just beautiful colors. I love really simple whites. I like him artistically in B. You know, because the new one's amazing. But even though I don't have it in hand yet, the you know.
All right.
Okay.
B it is.
B it is, and now,
Right.
if I'm not mistaken, this is the only angel we have so far. The only angel character in Mythic Legions. Gadriel.
Richard, I want you to take the lead on this. Tell us what you think.
I love the armor. I think the coloring and the torso piece, emblem is absolutely out of this world. I like the idea of an angel. The wings work great. However, I really, really hate the head sculpt. I really don't like the unhelmeted head sculpt at all.
You don't like the helmeted head sculpt?
The unhelmeted.
Unhelmeted.
Yeah, helmeted one's fine. The unhelmeted, I just really don't like that. It's never done anything for me. So because of that, I would put her in as a B.
All right.
I love the head sculpt.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it as well. If there was any reason that I would downgrade this figure, it's because I have a hard time displaying her because of her wings and they're heavy and blah blah blah. But I'm really not going to knock it for that. So I think this figure is super cool. I love the head sculpt. Actually, I love the wings. I'm just going to stop rambling and say I think she's an A.
I'm going to lean towards A and B. I have her out of package. I love her. I've swapped out her arms with the original Father Christmas to have where she has like bare arms, and I don't think she needs like a version 2, but if there ever came one, I'd buy like 5 of them because she's already fantastic, and I think it only make her better. So yeah, I'll say B for sake of being. Oh wait, it's full. Maybe A. We're going A. Boom.
No, we have 12 spots.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm going with B as well, but I love the head sculpt. The helmeted head, not so much. The unhelmeted, I love. Colors, armor, love it. Soft, good loin piece. It's gonna be great. B. So we are B and C. Did anyone say A? No, B or C?
Steven said an A, didn't he?
You say
I
it.
said A.
Yeah, so we have a spread. Len,
Yes, I am ready. This little angel got 4 S tier, 1 A, 3 B, 1 C, and 1 D.
that's a big spread.
It is a huge spread.
Big spread. Big spread.
But 4 S's,
4 S's,
3 A's,
No,
1 A,
1 A.
3 B's, and then 1 of each C and D.
Oh, so it's probably A or B
I'm
in
gonna
my
say,
head.
with all those S's, I think it bumps it to an A.
I could do that for now.
Yeah, we can put her there for
Yeah, I
now.
think that's fair.
I
There's
think
some of
that's
the
fair.
some of the chat. I think Jordan's in saying averages out to an A. Chris Ferrone is here and he's saying puts her in an A. So I think that's fair.
Let's do that. So now we're moving on to one of the first, or is it the actual first child of Necronominus that we saw? Malus?
Yeah, that would be the first child.
Yeah.
So
When he was just a little baby skeleton, and Necronominus was rocking him.
hey, hello, Dad. Hello, Dad. Look at my accents.
What do pregnant skeletons look like? That'd be weird.
What do pregnant skeletons sound like?
I mean, just look at the babies inside of them. No, okay, stop. No, that's horrible. Just yeah, he's growing in there. No, stop. That was not a bad. That was a bad route to go down.
Well, with you and Steve both being sculptors, Emil, this seems a perfect thing for you guys to do. Pregnant skeleton torso.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no!
I feel like that is something that Steven should handle somehow. Just okay.
You make the torso, and I'll put a baby inside it.
You don't put a baby inside of anything that I do, please.
That you're aware of.
I don't. Next time I go to Muskegon.
Gentlemen, please. Remember, we are in the Cabal, and it is a family group.
I was talking about toys. I don't know what.
I apologize. I honestly do. Let's continue, please. And I'm gonna say that Malus, even though he's one of the older designs, the older figures, I think he has a power, glory about him. You know, it looks badass, strong, and furious. I love him.
Super cool, but one of the very first figures. He's down there with. By no means do I not love this figure, but I do think in today's climate he is a C or D.
Yeah,
I won't say he's a C or a D. I don't have 35 of them, but I do have like 2 and then 1 in a box still. I put him as B. Put him as B.
Yeah. No, not lower than B for me. B is the lowest I would go with him. I think he's very, very cool.
I'm going to risk
maybe A.
I'm going to risk getting attacked by Walter the Mad for this, but I think he's a D just because he's such an old figure.
Ooh, I'm gonna remind him at LegionsCon.
Yeah, it's just such an old basic figure. I'd have him as a D.
But
I think I just want to, you can have a character you can want a character to be in D and still love that character.
Oh, absolutely. He's proudly displayed on my shelf. I just,
Yeah.
compared to everything else now, it's just a D.
he doesn't fall down. I'm
He
just saying.
doesn't. That's a positive.
He doesn't
This is
fall
true.
down, so- See?
Well,
Hello.
Len,
All right. For this guy, we have 1 S, 1 A, 4 B's, 4 C's, and 3 D's. Personal opinion, I would put him at like C tier because I think he's pretty basic.
and I think C sounded like a pretty good average for those boys. I like him at B, but it sounds like a C. and
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Rich. Okay, yeah. What'd you say, Bill?
I wouldn't put him above Travicus.
No.
Let's Rich. Who is this knight?
That is Sir Galleron, who I've never owned. He's a bit too pricey for my blood now.
He is pretty pricey, right?
He is, but luckily Sir Andrew's similar colours, so I'm very much looking forward to getting a few Sir Andrews.
I
when he
got him
comes
for
out.
like $30.
Oh,
What, the Kickstarter? All right, show off. All right.
Would you pay $600 for him?
No.
Yeah, no, you're insane.
No, I already have one.
Oh,
For me, this guy, he's a C. I love the armor color. I think it's great, but it's just a basic build. So it's a C for me.
The armor color is what does it. No, I'm telling you, I've not seen a picture yet that is accurate to what he looks like. So, but his rarity in his uniqueness in the color want me to put him higher than he probably deserves. I would say he's an A.
wow. I don't know where to put him. I like the colors, but everyone says that in hand he's. Oh, I still B or C. I think it's powerful. There's something about him. Keep talking about powers. I don't know.
I wouldn't put him above Malus. I'd love to see like a swatch of him in person, or if like they hand it out, like here's a swatch. This is what Galleon looks like in person. Here, give me a swatch of him. But I wouldn't put him above Malus. So C, D.
He's much more of a metallic burgundy-ish kind of look than it looks goldy in that picture, in all the pictures.
Metallic burgundy sounds like it should be solidly in 1975.
It's badass. I'm sorry. You come on over and I'll show it to you.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Len,
Yes.
let's hear it.
Well, true to form for the figures that people don't tend to have a lot of. Wait, hold on. I just got one coming in here. Little Trevor coming in late.
They get
but I'm
fewer
gonna record
votes,
it.
right? In general.
Fewer voting, because I guess there's just not as many people that have them in hand, except unless you're Steven, of course, who likes to let us know that. Hold on, I'm only stalling because I'm still adding. S tier, none. A tier, 0. B, 2. C, 6. And D, 4. That's towards the lower half of the voting. That's like what, about 10 votes towards C or D. So that's putting him in definitely in a lower tier. Joe Gonzalez is coming in late with a B, which could maybe help him a little with bringing it up to a 3, but not much, Joe. Sorry, buddy.
Well thought. So moving on to Steven, you know who this is?
Yeah, it's a skeleton knight.
It's
It's
not
a
a knight.
skeleton.
It's a
I'm
fight.
sorry, it's a skeleton Viking.
And it's
Guy.
one of only 2 dwarfs in this
Oh,
tier.
that's right.
So, Scally Bone Splitter. Any first reactions from anyone?
I was super excited when they announced him, and it had those like dwarf bone parts to like. I need some undead dwarves so you can pop around with some other stuff. I'd give him B because I love Vikings and I love skeletons. That's simple.
Yeah.
I'm much more excited for his parts than I am the figure.
Mhm.
Fair.
I think that the pauldrons don't fit him well. They look kind of weird. There's too much space in there or something. I don't know with that torso.
Wouldn't that look
looks-
bad after the big fur piece or something? That those pauldrons would look better, and if you don't have skeleton arms, some
Yeah.
other kind of arms, and a big fur piece around the neck like this.
Now, make no mistake, I will have one intact just like this on my shelf because that's just what I do. But, and I think it's awesome that we have the parts. But yeah, he's. Long story short, I put him as a B.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say B as well. I don't know exactly what I think about it. He was not one of my favorites in that wave. I do love the helm pieces that are going like strong,
Yeah.
pointy spikes. It's like there are no bending, nothing like that. Just forceful attack feeling to them, and I like that. But I'm just gonna go with B as well. You said something there, Steve. When you're more looking forward to the parts than the figure, that says something about how you feel for the figure. So B sounds good to me.
Yeah, for me, I've got him as an A. I really like this guy. I love the helm pieces, as you said, Emil. They're really cool. The original head sculpt with him as well is a fabulous sculpt, and that torso. I wouldn't have thought blue would work with a skeleton like that, but I really like the way that works. So for me, he's an A.
I agree. If he ends up in A, I wouldn't, what do you say? Protest. Object. You say. Len.
You ready? All right. I think our chat may be a little biased with this character. Biased towards the shorter side of things. We have 5 S's.
Ooh.
1 A. That's you, Jesse, because you can't say S/A. I'm sorry, that's going as an A. 2 B's, 3 C's, and 1 D.
Isn't that
Well, if you split it, that's 6 on the top, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom. I mean, that's almost putting me right into the B category. I have another
B or maybe up to A, but B, I think.
I have another B coming in late.
Okay, let's.
No,
have
Chris,
it.
I will tell you this. I saw Anthony, and he said top tier, and I knew that meant S, so he is on there as an S. I did get him.
That was an important one, Chris.
I get everything, man. I am like laser beam on it. Oh, wait. I got another S. I got 6 on the S tier.
6
Okay.
S's. That feels like A now.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Yep. There we go.
Thank you, everyone. Totally raising it up to Rich's spot here. This one you thought to be included, Rich, or you didn't thought actually, but argumented for him.
We had some good discussions around it.
Yeah.
I love Sir Andrew. He's probably my favorite character from that particular wave. The color of the armor, beautiful colors. I love the way the sort of turquoise goes with it. I love what Joe designed with the soft goods with Siegesm. They're awesome as well. The pauldrons with the wings, lovely, and that the flaming sword as well. For me, it's a brilliant figure. I would give him an A.
Billy.
Okay, so going off the story, he's very important. Pyromancer, burning the dead, keeping them from being resurrected. Color-wise, I can't remember exactly, but I heard that he's like close to Sir Galleron's color. So he's a good swatch for that. In third, it's the Valiant Knight body, and he's sold out on Big Bad Toy Store, which does not mean much because those pre-orders not in hand, stuff like that. They could come back, etc. I'm going to say he's S tier because magic effects, paint, S tier. And Joe Vassapolo is a great human being. There we go.
A lot of
I think
argument.
it's a D tier, but since I like Joe, I'll say A. I'm kidding. I like it, and I like it more now than I did when I first saw it. He's a solid A tier for me.
I agree. He has actually grown on me as well. So A tier for sure. I'm gonna say this, and I might be wrong in the future, and that's the Valiant Knight or the new Knight torso. I find it looks small. That's why it looks a little bit small. That's the thing that I reacted to. Feel about the red shield soldier as well. That it's I like the bulkier, stronger knight character bodies. I know the articulation will be better with this one, but that is why I'm looking forward to, Sir Elijah, that will have the same body, but the soft good will bulk him up. And but I mean, he's a pyromancer as well, so the agility might come in place as well. Hey.
All right. I'm getting my tinfoil hat on for this conspiracy vote. I'm just going to say that this figure was created by a dwarf fan, and it seems to have swayed the votes because our dwarf lovers have pumped this guy up with 6 S's,
Nice.
5 A's, 3 B's, 0 C's, and 0 D's.
Okay. Is this the first S tier?
Oh. And by the way, Trevor, I'm watching you. You can't give me 2 votes.
I mean, he's an A for sure. Not a question about A, but could he be the one that tips up to A?
I think he warrants an S by the voting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just got another S vote, which brings him up to 7.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's an S then.
Congratulations, Sir Andrew.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he's gonna be fun. We're getting him this summer. Hopefully, right?
Hope so.
Mid
I don't know.
2024. I hope so much that wave will come in the middle of the summer that I'm starting to believe that it's gonna happen, that it's all already decided, and it's like I'm gonna disappoint myself too much if I don't stop that. But now I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting these in June. It's stop.
Well, he's in the All Stars, isn't he, Emil? So that might be a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I can
So
just
Necrononymous could well be June, July, but he's going to be a bit later, I think.
You're right.
See, you just disappointed yourself. Why would you do that, Emil? You're so mean to Emil.
Now I have to wait even longer for Sir Andrew. Thank you, Rich.
Yeah.
It's all right. You can be so upset. You can do your impression of me, Emil.
Yeah. I don't do impressions. Oh yeah, I do. I've done yours.
You have. There you go. Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Going back to the Children of Necronominus from Advent of Decay, Morgolyth. And this is a figure that I remember when we did the best female characters, she didn't get that much love.
She should have.
I agree, but she didn't. So, Billy, argue for her.
Easy. She has like the most unique head sculpt, I think, in the line, honestly, with that headdress, that she can see through all of Necronomus's skeletons. She's like she all seeing kind of stuff going on there. I wish she had better soft goods. I mean, like it's of the time. It's the cape, but she has that statuesque to her. She has the bone feet, which do shelf dive for me. That's why I have one of those Four Horsemen stands on her. I'm saying. It's integral child of Necronominus is there. You need all 3. You got to have all 3. Wonderful. I'd say C.
And when you say 3, you mean 6, right?
What? Okay, there's like your favorite kids, and then there's the kids in the background you don't talk about, but when you go to take the family photo, they're there. That's the other 3 right now.
That's so mean.
That's how the story unfolded. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's all right, Emil. He's talking about himself, so he's not being mean.
Oh no, that's even more horrible. Like, yeah, I was one of the kids that are you sure you want to be in this family photo this year? Yeah, please. You're sure? you get a cheeseburger if you stay out of it. No. Why are you
Game Boy?
You're dragging me down with these sarcastic comments. I'm gonna crawl back now to the rainbow. and say nice things only. You are
Hello.
already.
Hey,
Okay,
everybody. You ready to hear what the audience says?
I say B. B.
I'll say B as well quickly before Len does the audience one. B.
Sorry, we were derailing with cheeseburgers. Let's see. The audience, guys, is going with 3 S's, 5 A's, 1 B, 1 C, and 1 D.
Wow.
So clearly, Morgie is set up there in the upper category with eight combined 8 S and A, and the lower with the 3. So I mean, I kind of feel like she has to go A. My personal vote would have her more at B because I don't think she's that spectacular, but I agree with everyone. She's a product of the time, where maybe obviously a second version would be spectacular. I got someone coming in late with a C vote, but I don't think it's enough to carry her down lower than, B really.
I wonder if this means that we're talking about, some say that the female characters are less popular than others, but I mean, when we did the female rankings, she was in the lower tiers here, and now, going towards all skeletons and knights, and we have her at the top. That's interesting.
Yeah, see, I just got another A in. So,
Could have been
that
different
definitely brings her
viewership.
up. Totally, yeah.
These are the good viewers.
Good. And about good, let's go to Godfrey or Godfrey.
Godfrey.
Oh no, here's one. I'll start with this. Here's one I would love to see a second version of. It's really super cool. I love it, but it is also a product of the times. I have to go with a fence riding B.
Yeah.
As much as it is just the Templar builder with the gold accents, which we accidentally got through a Big Bad Toy Store, I put him below it because availability. We got Templars way more, and it was more fun to be able to mess with them and just had more potential. But below the regular Templar builder.
I agree. I think the Templar builder with the bulkier pauldrons look more powerful.
Yeah, I'd agree. I've got this guy as a C. It seems weird saying it, but he's almost like a poor man's Templar.
Even though in theory he has more going on, but he's just like, I don't know where this bias comes from for me. I'm just like, it's like, I'd rather have the builder than the Godfrey.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Rich, did you say C or
C for me?
And I could actually also think about him as C. What about you, Steven? Steven, I see that you're not agreeing.
Oh, I disagree wholeheartedly with that. He should be lower than the regular Templar, but I'm only one guy.
Yeah, but say why?
Say why?
Because he is the guy. That's like saying you think Man-at-Arms is more important than He-Man. He's leading everybody. Yeah, he's got a little bit slimmed down pauldrons, but he's probably, doing a lot more leading than actually in the battle. And it makes sense. I love both these figures. I love both the Templar and this one. This one, if I could only have one, would probably be the one that I would get.
Yeah. Godfrey.
Hello. Hey, everybody. If Sir Godfrey was Scrooge McDuck and he jumped into a pile of D's, he'd be swimming in them because that's what he's doing. He's got 9 D votes, 2 C votes, 1 B vote, no A votes, and no S votes.
Oh my! There is nothing to argue about there. I'm sorry, Steven.
No, it is what it is.
It's like I took one of your favorite paintings and I'm gonna put it in the bottom drawer, and I don't want to do that, but I didn't.
I have a late A vote coming in, but that's not going to save him from all that.
It all just comes. All it is jealousy. There's too many people that came too late in the line and they can't get their hands on it. It's too rare. So, yeah, well, I don't want it anyways. Put it in D. Have your little hissy fit, but you all know he's more. He's more than a D.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all? Yeah, how horrible. I'm still sorry, but you're probably right, Stephen. Everyone is jealous. Let's move on to the commander of the knights in Etheron, Gwendolyn Heavensbrand.
I'd say because I had her for a minute, then I did trade her off for King Noglin. I'd put her at B. I do like her color scheme. It's beautifully painted. I like the purple and the gold, but she's not better than Morgolyth, and I don't think she outweighs. Yeah, B. B.
For me, she's a C. I like the color scheme, but she can't stand for anything, and the plume just makes her really top heavy and unwieldy. So yeah, for me, it's a C.
Wow.
She's a C to me too, even though her paint job is absolutely stunning.
Wow.
Like I don't even really need her in the collection. Actually, I don't have her in the collection. I tore her apart and used her for customs, and I've got a brand new one in the package that I haven't taken out. So yeah, I mean, to me, Gideon is the leader. I don't know. I don't need her.
To everyone else as well, I guess.
To everyone else, what do you mean?
That
Everyone
he's
else
the
thinks
leader?
this? Yeah, I don't know. Just stunning figure, but I don't know. It just doesn't do a lot.
So you mean you would put her down here to D?
No, I don't think she's D. I think she's more of a C for me.
I guess I would. I mean, I might even put her at B. Oh, darn, maybe C. I've always thought her as a B, but now when we're talking, I'm like, maybe it's a C. You know,
Come on,
maybe...
defeat nepotism. Put her as a C.
So, Len, tell us,
Hey.
are we wrong?
Well, first of all, apologies. This is the time on Thursday when the Source Horseman website likes to go down because Jeremy likes to sabotage this show since he's not on it. And I can't share the pictures, but that's okay. As far as Gwen goes, 0 S's, 6 A's,
What?
6 B's, 4 C's, and no D.
Am I wrong, or is this an easy pick to put at B then?
Oof.
I personally would put her at B. I think it's a wonderful figure. I love it. I'll take it in trades any day. But it's yeah.
What do you got?
What you got? I got everything.
I got her.
All right.
Nepotism wins again. Sad day.
Like, and she's looking down at Godfrey. Hello, Godfrey. I'm up here.
Jordan saying I did miss one S, so she did
like
get one S vote.
I picture her as like his bratty sis that's always nagging, so he had to give her like a job title.
Oh, she's the commander.
Yeah.
She's
definitely.
She's the commander.
Okay, I can see that Rich is getting very upset with you now, Stephen.
Rich is ticked.
Nope.
I can see it.
No, not at all.
No, I can see that Rich is very upset, and I can also see that Billy is very upset as well. And I just want to let's move on to a character that I actually haven't opened. I have it in the box, but Ilgar, I know he's a D for me, but then again, I haven't opened him.
I opened him. I got him out, and I think I only bought one. I thought I bought 2. Maybe I just have 1, and that's it. That's got. We put him in D.
Oh wow. I love him. The sort of aged armor, the dirty bones. It's a skeleton with a beard. What's not to love there? It's got the Viking winged helmet. I think he's a really good character, despite being quite old. So I had him as an A.
Wow.
Wow, I think that he is one of the best paint job skeletons out there. I also think the beard thing is cool. He's not a D for me. I would say a B or an A. B. I'll say B.
Hmm. Hmm.
Len?
So
Or did
I don't
did
know.
you say
Len,
Bill? Yeah, you
what?
did. Sorry.
Len,
sorry, guys,
this went
I
quick
am
for us.
not-
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm not.
I mean,
And
no.
again, I have no pictures yet, but I'm sure that'll be up again. If you want to talk amongst yourselves for a second.
I will
He's
say-
surely going to get good votes from the viewing public because he looks a bit like a dwarf. So with all the people that are watching us, they're going to pile in for high votes.
Well, you think that, Rich, but
yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
It
Let's see.
seems that he is definitely towards the bottom of the dog pile here. No
Oh,
offense to any
no.
dog lovers.
No.
He is 6 Ds, 3 Cs, 4 Bs, 1 A, and 0 S's.
Ooh.
So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. That's at least 9 of the votes are going in the D or C category. 4 at B and then 1 at A and no S's. So I would say he would have to go into the C or D category.
I guess I would say C, right?
I got 2 more late C's coming in, so
Okay. And
I'll give him this. I'll give him C because of the weathering paint on him.
and I give him C because of the votes from the chat, Billy.
That's good too.
It's like because we don't go against the chat. We are a community. We're doing this together.
Yes. Yes.
Chris says that you can't pass a bootleg dwarf on us.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to
So that's
apologize,
covered.
Chris. Sorry.
Bootleg dwarf is okay.
That's just a 6 foot tall man. That's not a dwarf.
It's a bootleg dwarf. Okay, that was really fun, actually. Really fun. So we are. Let's see. Is this perhaps the last female character? Who is it, Billy?
It's not Lady Averona. Who is that?
Oh no, I forgot Lady Avona.
Lady You forgot.
Emil, we discussed her and
I
everything.
know.
All right.
I see that now. She's not here.
All right.
Let's-
Can't
let's
remember
add
the
her
name of this
later.
figure right now. I remember Lady Averona. Lady Averona should be like an A tier.
Okay. Let's wait with that. I'll solve that. Okay.
Yeah.
But
This is
first of all,
Hadriana.
let's
Hadriana. She's I like the fur that came with her. I love the helmet with her. The helmet's fantastic, much like Lady Averona's. I'd put her above Gwendolyn Heavensbrand, so I'd give her an A.
Mhm.
Yeah, 'cause she probably earned her job.
Quite possibly.
I gave her a B. I think, as Billy said, the helmet and the faceplate that goes up and down is really, really nice. The colors, again, the markings on the armor are really good as well. So I really like her. I think, yeah, she's a good, solid, middle of the road figure. It's a B.
Well, I mean, really, and gosh, this is a hard one. I would probably put her in C, but C is full.
Yeah, but now it's time to rearrange then.
Let's bump somebody down.
Yeah. But
Gold
I think
Knight down.
Gold Knight could go down, in my opinion.
The Dark
First
Temple
me?
can go down.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue against it. Either one, I would push those down. The Red Shield Soldier definitely needs to stay where it's at. It doesn't need to go down.
Well, let's see what the chat says, and then we'll decide whether we need to push.
Yeah, I think this was a
somebody-
tricky one, but I would go with B.
Okay.
But it's just not a strong B.
Look at the visor. The visor.
Yeah.
Gwendolyn
Len,
has a visor.
that was the truth.
Yeah, but she has a cooler lion visor.
All right, everybody. For the chat, I'm coming in with Hadriana with 3 S's, 5 A's, 3 B's, 2 C's, and 0 D's.
Is she up at A with that?
She's an A or a B
Well,
according to them.
She has 8 votes in the S or A and 5 votes in the B or C. So she does lean more towards the B or A category. So I would, she's kind of in the chat leaning more towards an A. So base it on wherever you guys had her.
We had
You're
her
still 4
way
people.
lower,
A.
didn't we?
No.
I have a late C coming in.
Okay. Let's leave.
Which gives it a 6, 7, 8, which almost ties it. B, put her in a B.
So I'm just gonna say that I'll try to add the Lady Avona. So one of these categories will be 13. But we might let's do it like that.
Or what we could do, Emil, is
yeah.
because the gold skeleton is so bad, we could just knock that off the board completely.
Which one?
Gold
The gold
skeleton.
skeleton.
Get him out of there.
We all hate the gold skeleton, don't we? So we just get him off the board completely. Just like chuck him in the bin.
Should we do that? That's horrible.
I
Let's
wish
do it.
I wish you had a graphic of Anthony Houseel throwing a skeleton in a trash can right now to throw up.
Okay, let's do that. I'll remove that
Goodbye.
because that's a Rich Jones.
If you had a gold skeleton, you would love it because the colors
Yeah.
are beautiful on it.
It's pretty cool.
Then
really.
you voted D. You voted D.
I was just baiting Steven.
No, I mean I still vote him a D, but I still love it. I got problems.
Okay. I'll when Source Horseman the page goes back up. I mean, Len is trying to do that so we can show some more photos, but
Yeah.
it's not working with us. But I'll do my best and add the Lady Avona. That was a bad one because she is a knight, even in her role, right? Like a dark knight or evil knight. it
Evil
says.
Knight, she's called, yeah.
Yeah, and then we just the gold skeleton is a D. So we have a. Let's move on. Let's move on to Keltus.
Yes, Keltus. Keltus is. I want him to be S tier. I think he'll be called down. I wish I'd got him on Big Bad Toy Store when he was available when I first got into Legions. I looked at him and I kicked myself not for it. But I would say he's A tier. I made one of my first customs I ever sold was like a custom Keltus with like another I even made like soft goods for him and like attempted to wire them. It wasn't the best, but yeah, A tier. A tier.
A tier Keltus.
Don't fight me.
Well, Rich.
I'm going to fight you, Billy. I think he's a B.
You think he's a B?
I think he's a
No,
B.
he thinks you're a B.
I love the armor color. The purples and that are great, but I just don't like those blue bones. That really drops it for me. I know why they're blue, but for me, that knocks it right down.
I will say making custom blue bones that had where like the disc in the joints doesn't scrape was a pain in the A.
So, Steven, we're talking about Keltus.
Another figure I really love, but I always, as much, even though I'm a Motu fan, I always kind of put these guys down at the bottom. So Keltus is amazing. I think he's probably a C for me though. Honestly. Yeah. And for those of you who've never seen a gold skeleton, I just happen to have one right here. It is really cool. And this is what you get when you started at the beginning of the line.
Oh, that's so cool. I'll give you $30 for him.
I'll give you 32.
Ooh, bidding more.
Go, go, bada bing, 30, 32, bada bing, 35, anyone? So,
I'll trade you a Mythic Legends.
That's interesting.
you have it in, okay. So, Keltus, I think it's a tricky one because it's a fun tribute. I like it as a tribute. As a figure among the rest of these, I'm putting him down at C as well.
All right, we ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Keltus is getting 5 S votes, 2 A votes,
Woo!
1 B vote, 2 C's, and 2 D's.
That's a spread.
Which gives him 7 top votes, 4 lower votes, 1 B. I mean, if you're going with chat, I'm gonna sum up chat to be more like A.
A, yeah.
My personal vote, I would definitely put him in A. I don't have him by choice. I've had him, but he's just not something I need in
You
my
don't have
collection.
him by choice. You're forced to have him. I haven't chosen to have him, but someone
exactly.
forced him upon me, and so now I do.
If Keltus
Yes.
is in your collection every day, just wait.
Okay, let's leave him at A then, but I think that he can be... Anyway, that's where we have him for now then. Source Horseman is down.
Oh, it's way down.
Yeah, it's way
It's
down.
even down more than usual.
It's very down.
Wait, what?
Oh, wait. Oh, I think we're back in action.
It's back up.
So let's bring in... I'm just dropping him here. But who is it, Rich?
That is Sir Ignatius. An older figure, but a great figure. That sort of pearlescent armor color is great. Not the best paint job necessarily, as on the gold bits, as my podcasting colleague Malcolm pointed out, but the pearlescent colors are great. The purples go really well with that pearlescent color. Again, you got the winged helmets as well, which is always a good thing. I was extremely happy that this guy got through in the latest All-Stars vote. Very happy to get a few more of him. So for me, even though he's a basic-ish figure, the paint job and everything else bumps up to an A.
I wouldn't say A, but I am very thankful that he won in the latest All-Stars and he's coming. Like, I need him. I need him because I do like the way he looks. Still, again, I wouldn't say he's A. So B.
I think I would say he's A. He is so unique, and his color design and everything else is so fantastic. I think when all the people out there that haven't got one in hand get it in hand, they're going to be like, wow. It's really cool that he got an All-Stars re-release. Emil's off trying to fix something.
Yeah,
maybe?
I'm trying something here, but I love the color of the armor. And I love the holiness of this. You know, he is, you know, I love Etherons, and if only he had another loin piece, perhaps.
Or wings.
I'm gonna put him at B or C. He's not that high for me anyway.
I wouldn't put him in C. I wouldn't put him in C.
Interesting. Well,
All right.
What's the chat say, Len?
Chat's coming up pretty broadly spread out here on Sir Iggy. 3 S's, 4 A's, 2 B's, 0 C's, 2 D's. So that's
I would
like
say
7
A,
in SA and 2, 1. Yeah, I mean, you know, I would put him in B. My personal opinion, I think he's like all of you mentioned, the paint is beautiful. There's something about that helm that I don't love that much. I like it on other figures, but I don't know if I really like how it looks with the white. I would put it in B actually.
It's maybe the adapters to the side of the helmet that doesn't really work with it.
God, I think it works. I love it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it works with him too.
Yeah, definitely.
Makes it feel like he's flying into battle.
Well, he's godly. He's like, so he's like super devout if you read his bio and everything. And I just think that the wings and it looks like he could be an angel, which is why Gadriel, she like matches his armor and she's an angel.
Are you an angel?
I do love that pearlescent
I heard-
armor.
I hear the space pirates talking about him.
Okay, so we're leaving him at A then. And we are moving on to Brother Mandibulus.
Ooh,
And
Yes.
while we're talking about him, I'm just putting him up here, Des. I'm not saying that that's decided. I'm just saying that this is one of my absolute favorite figures in the entire line. And the head is crazy. Really, the head is a piece like that almost shouldn't work. It shouldn't be cool almost because it's so much, but it's like, and it's perfect. The whole figure comes together. It's so brutal. This is the most raw, evil skeleton to me. Absolutely.
Completely agree. He has that just rage and anger, and just if you're on the battlefield with him, you're done. You're
Yes.
done. I like the soft goods skirt for him. The mismatch of like armor to bone, and again the helmet is just so evil, so good. I'd say S tier too.
Thank you, Billy.
You're
We
welcome,
just
Emil.
became even better friends.
We are.
Let's hear what
well,
I-
take this, Billy.
Ooh,
I say S tier as well. So
love
One up.
bombing.
one up that.
this bump.
Oh,
I'm not cooperating in that.
Bah.
And the all viewers just think you're threatening them now. It's just his fists coming towards the screen.
it's like
What do you mean it's not S tier?
I love him as much as you guys do, I think, but not quite enough to give him an S. I put him as an A.
okay. Now I really have my fingers crossed, for the chat. So
Hey, uncross those fingers, buddy. Because either we went offline or everyone doesn't care. Because we barely got any action on this guy. He did manage to wrangle in 5 S tier votes, 2 A tier, no B, no C, and no D.
okay, come on. Isn't
I just
that
had a
an
late A come in. I had a late S come in, giving him 6. I mean, so that gives him 9 in the S or the A.
I think he's a
late
comfortable
A.
S, then, isn't he?
I think I see where Mirko Caldera commented S, but he said even the face shield rubs the top of the helmet. I had that happen to my first Brother Mandibulus head too, and yes, still even with that, I was just like, this guy's so awesome. No one look at the top of it. Put that over there. No one sees it.
I got a couple more coming in. So he's tied with 6S and 6A. My personal vote, for what it's worth, is A. I think he's awesome. I love him. I think he's got great look, great colors. Don't know if he commands S tier.
He
in
also
my
got
opinion.
3 S's from us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I think you got to put him in S tier, based on what the audience says and
Yeah.
on what.
What a great audience we have.
Yeah, we've got another late one coming in for A tier, which gives him 7. But I think still based on what you guys. Oh, another one coming in 8. Maybe the delay picked up because we were getting a lot of.
Oh, there's some
S's
S's right there. Ooh.
Okay, so we can remember, but it was still like the A tier is still, it doesn't have many spots left. So, maybe some of those will be bumped up to S, we
Even
shall
Curtis
see.
said S. Curtis said S. So
Let's move on then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lady Avona has entered the battlefield.
ooh. I'll take the lead on this one. Lady Avona, I think she should be A, but also in front of Hadriana. But yeah, she's evil. She has that same kind of flip down visor, but this time it's not all animal themed. It's like a real one, and those eyes through that visor are bad ass.
Yeah, this is a female figure I can get behind. I really like this one. Enough said. I think that's all I need to say. I think she's an A tier.
I love the eye. The glowing eyes is just a great idea. I got her as a B.
She's extremely brutal. I really like this character. I would still, I would think that she would be in B, but then again, I think she's cooler than Hadriana. That's
Much.
weird.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that means I'll put her an A for now, and then we'll have to put down Hadriana later when that tears feels.
Ooh.
Maybe. That's my idea.
All right.
Okay. But I mean, while we're counting the votes, we have to start thinking about figures too that will, move up perhaps. But then again, okay, we're looking at the figures that we are about to rank, and there are some super heavy hitters down there that I think deserve the spots up there.
Yeah, for sure.
Billy.
Just 1-6. Just Trevor's just like, don't you dare move Hadriana.
All right.
Okay.
I'm ready. Did you want to shuffle before I tell you, or I'll just finish this one out?
Finish it out.
All right, finish it out. Here we go. 0 S's, 7 A's, 2 B's, 5 C's, 0 D's. I think based on that, it's firmly almost evening her out at the B tier, possibly A, depending on how you guys swayed it.
It actually feels, well, we voted A or B. Rich, you said B or C. You're muted, but I could see that you said B.
You said A, yeah, A.
B. I said B, yes.
Oh,
B. Okay. Because it felt like there were
No way she'd be lower than Hadriana. Sorry,
Yeah.
Trevor.
But we actually did put her there, so we shall see if Hadriana will join her. Moving on, we have a new figure coming up this summer, hopefully. Rich or Steven, who's taking the lead?
This is Peacock Man.
Sir Peacock Man. He's a knight.
Sir Peacock.
Adalrick.
Ah.
Sir Adalrick.
Yeah, he likes gold.
Yeah, I only like this figure because of its bio. I like the bio for this character.
Yeah, that he is so rich that he can't be bought.
Yeah. And
Okay, that's pretty great.
Yeah. It's so wealthy that, the arm is trying, when Aetheron's starting to be corrupted, a lot of corrupted people, and they're like, want to get people to, be manipulated. And he's like, nope, he's the richest tradesperson there. So he's like, no, not doing for that, going for the good guys. So it's like, yeah, I like that bio.
If he was just a little poorer, I wouldn't like him. Because it'd be like, oh, he just has a bunch of money and he just does this because it's the rich thing to do. But no, he's so rich and has such good morals. He's just like, no. Not happening.
It is the thing with the torso, the slim torso again, maybe for me. But I mean, it's super cool and everything. But it's.
I know why you like me now, because I have a thick torso. You're into thick torsos.
What? I feels like the past week I've heard nothing but people loving thick necks, thick torsos. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We were talking about your thick arms, Steven, and they love them. They love them.
Okay, so Sir Adalrick, who doesn't have. Let's move on from that topic.
Okay, so where do we rank him? Do we say? I mean, he's a.
I've got him as an A. I
A
really
is an A.
I really like the
A.
colours of the armor and the plume and everything. I think
Yeah,
it worked
A.
really well with the silver armor, so it's an A for me.
Agreed.
Agreed. I would say B.
So I know Len is working frantically to summarize. Are you ready, Len?
I am ready. And what does the chat say? The chat says eat the rich and eat Sir whoever Peacock Man because they're giving him 8 Ds, 6 Cs, 2
Whoa.
Bs, 1 A, and 0 S's.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
What?
So I would say that's a C then. It was mostly.
Well, I'm just looking up now. You guys have him up in S, or did you just drop him there randomly?
No, we had him at A.
Okay,
when we were
well,
talking.
I mean, I'd hate to say it, but I mean, based on what everyone's saying, this guy's got to go down to like a C, maybe.
I know you're right. You're right.
So do we need to reshuffle the C's?
Yes,
Yeah.
one C needs to move up or down.
I got a last minute A, so there's another.
So
Another A.
I'm thinking, judging by that voting, that an awful lot of the
Another-
audience are really heavily drunk, and they've just lost their mind now.
Honestly, I think they're thinking right. I mean, eat the rich.
Oh, that's the thing. It's a political.
All
thing.
right. Here's what we have
Okay.
to do.
Who?
I think we drop the Gold Knight and we put him in the B in C.
Wait, hold on.
What? Hold on.
I highlighted a comment.
Ooh, Nate Marsh says that's a
Ooh.
D. Ooh.
Well,
That's why we.
you can't.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Thanks for playing.
Bum.
Wah, wah.
I have way too
Can't
much
buy your
respect
way
for
out
you.
of this one.
look at that.
Okay, that I did not expect. But then again, let's move on.
Holy shit, guys. I just got $1 million in my bank account. S tier it is. Oh.
I'm magically out of debt. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'm just putting here because here's where we have space. But the second version of Attila Leopold.
S tier.
Stir.
Yeah,
S
I'm going
tier.
S tier as well. He looks so powerful, especially on top of a horse. Especially on top of a horse. This is use the word power, but he radiates power. You know?
Yeah, this is an S for me as well. I mean, you know, how many figures come with 3 like amazing head or face plates? It's it's such a cool figure. The gold's so much better than the first version.
Mhm.
He's got the lion shield. It's got everything going for it. It's definitely an S.
He has a hammer of Leosir. I mean, like it's not the hammer, but it's a hammer, and it's ridiculous. It's gaudy. It's just
Thick.
yeah, it's thick.
And that amazing cape
It is amazing.
wrapped around those pauldrons is like, okay. But I'm still very curious about the character. I wonder how they will save him in the bio, because still.
Oh, they can't save him. He's a dick. That's been established on another show.
Canon wise, he's a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I
mean, look
I
at that
always
smile.
thought that. I've always thought that. But no, it's not a smile, it's a smirk.
Yeah.
That was actually discovered on or talked about on like one of the very earliest Legions casts. We read the bios and we were like, this guy might be a jerk.
I think so too. But Jeremy keeps saying that he's not. But
Well,
Yeah.
he's gonna work it
Jeremy
into the
said-
book.
He
He's
said
changing it.
he's like a real cool guy, and like he looks a little like Josh Brolin, and I think between like the I think he said it where like the relationship between him and Artemis have where it's like this like fun like big brother, little sister thing going on. And it's just like, he might not be a dick.
We're not talking about him being a hero or a good guy. It's just like, is he a dick or not?
You can do the right thing and still be a jerk. I'm just saying.
But is that okay? So we all want him in S.
Yep.
I want him an S. Yes, I think all
Okay,
of us want him an
Len?
S.
Are you ready to have everyone shout that we want him in D or something? No, actually, I mean he's way cooler than Sir Adalrick. You know, okay.
I'm ready to say this. Just remember, everyone, this is a family show, so we are using the British term for dick, which doesn't mean what you think it means. It's not dirty. Everyone doesn't think that this guy's a dick because they're voting him with 9 S's, 3 A's, 1 B, no C's, and no D's. 2 more late S's bump him up to 11.
So he is the absolutely number 1 S tier.
Yeah.
Maybe we should actually do something like this to remember who's. We can do that in the future. Who's
that's
the most ranked?
Kind of like move Hadriana all the way to the back of A tier.
Let's take it easy. Take it easy. Moving on.
The audience have redeemed themselves with that vote, so well done, everybody.
They show that. But honestly, he has this, but Adalric is more like, I'm a good guy and I've got cash. I'll finance you. Anyway, Tibius. Tibius.
Love his racing stripes. He's a B for me.
Well, my bio on Tibius has what he's a B.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say B as well.
C, because I don't like the racing stripes.
They're baseball stripes.
But no, wait a minute. Are we ranking him above Malus?
I think he's cooler than Malleus.
He
Yeah,
does have a
definitely.
cooler cape than Malleus because he has a cape.
And he's got that awesome belt with all the holders for the weapons.
Okay.
And he's got was it 4 weapons, 2 swords, 2 like dagger-like things?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's packed to the nines.
Yeah, I agree. He's a B. We're doing this one. He is cool.
He's so cool.
Yeah. And what you guys have to remember when we're talking about good or bad language, you have to raise the bar here and say what is appropriate and not, because Sweden, Europe, and the US, we have different things of what is appropriate and not. So I just want to say that no, don't say that word, or no, don't do that. So you are the ones with the knowledge about censorship and good and bad stuff.
Who is? America?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
not.
we don't know anything about that shit.
No, you know everything about what is good and what is wrong, and I just
All right,
wanna...
moving on.
Len. No, okay, Len.
Where'd Len go? Len's gone.
The chat seems to be voting a lot for Tibius because Len is summarizing this, and we're just, we thought that we could move along pretty quickly with Tibius. We're all agreed.
Hey guys,
Hello, Len.
no, well, you'd be wrong to think that.
Obviously.
It seems like the ones that you guys have the least discussion on, the audience seems to have the most discussion on.
Okay, we have to adapt.
And we are. We're doing an excellent job. All right, for Tibius, Tibius is coming in at 0 S's, 1 A, 5 B's, 4 C's, and 4 D's.
Oh, he's the
So
C.
that's going with like 8 in the CD category, 5 in the mid with the B, and really little A, only 1 A in the top.
He's a
That's
C.
C, isn't it?
I got a
What
late,
would you guys say
D.
about moving the relic guard down to D?
No, I wouldn't say the relic guard.
I'd
Yeah.
go more
Gold
with
Knight or the Dark Templar first?
I would say Gold Knight.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't moved Gold Knight yet.
Well,
There's 2 of them.
We moved one gold. Well, yeah, that was already in D. The second one was in C. Let's move the C second down to the first. Put them
Okay.
together.
Let's do it. Oh, You want them to say
Yeah.
hello, hello.
Yeah, all their buddies.
Nice. So, moving on to what's his name?
Trevor's saying Steel Knight to D.
Sir Enoch.
I have to agree. Iron.
And
Oh, we're moving on.
Oh, just so you know, Len, the Steel Knight. I mean, both the Steel Knight and the Iron Knight are here. The Silver. I mean,
Is he talking
Right, that's
about?
what I thought. They're hard to see
Yeah.
because they're very
this
small.
is the second builder pack.
right,
the builder
second
knight.
builder pack knight. Yeah.
So Enoch, Sir Enoch,
S
is
tier.
yeah, S tier. He is one of my most anticipated figures, and he, one of the absolute best figures in the line. And I haven't even, we don't have it in hand, but he has so much, and he is so awesome, and he is so. I feel like a groupie almost. I'm just sitting here shouting, no real words, just like stuff like that. So good.
Hands down, he's an S tier. He should have been a deluxe figure with all the stuff. There's all the different heads, the helmet attachments, the soft goods. He's an incredible figure.
Yeah, and look at that shield.
mm-hmm. Yeah, the amount of parts. I think it's not a drawback, but I think the only thing that wasn't really noted when he first was announced was his torso is painted white. That's the only thing, and still S tier.
And you see, okay, now I'm going back to the torso part again. With the soft good on, he is bulky enough. So it's like, yeah, I don't know, but we all agree. So now we're just waiting for Len, right? Anyone want to say something else that's great about Sir Enoch?
He's got a cool name.
He's just cool. He reminds me of I don't know why he reminds me of a knight that would be guarding the Holy Grail or something. He just has that cool look to him. And
he's got a Sean Connery vibe to him as well.
yes, very much so.
Sean Connery. Okay, I don't do impressions. Who does?
Shalon.
Hey,
Alex Trebek.
it looks like the chat has chosen wisely with 7 S's, 5 A's, 1 B, 0 C's, and 0 D's.
Awesome.
So with the chat's S's and our S's, he's an S.
All the way.
He's an S. He's an S. Moving on then. I'm just going to move on because we're this stuff, it takes a lot of time, but it needs to take time. Okay. So, any one of you remember who this is?
He's
Not
a
bad.
child of Necronominus.
He is the firstborn. It's Thoracic.
Yes. This is the firstborn. So I'm dropping him here. I'm not saying S tier, but I'm dropping him here, and then I'm saying S tier. Just extra much. I love his soft goods.
Yeah, those
So the layers here.
Yeah, S tier.
Yeah, I'd say S tier too. And again,
100%.
he has all the hands. If you miss the hand pack, get Thoracis.
And that shield. I mean, how cool is that shield?
Oh, all those shields are
Yes.
awesome. They're just big.
And I've always been a sucker for both the cape and fur pieces to get. It's like, because
Which wave is he coming in? He's
the all-star one.
All-star wave.
he's with
and Sir Enoch was also all-star, right?
Yeah.
So do we know? Do we have a date for? Estimated time for All Stars? Necronominus is this summer, but the All Stars, I don't remember.
I think they said they
Time.
tooled all the All-Star parts at the same time as Necronominus parts. But how close that means to them being released, one after the other, might be, ideally a couple of month gap, maybe. Whether that's possible, I don't know. But that's what I'd like.
This is, let's see. All Star 6 expected to ship in late 2024.
Remember that shipping where it's on the ship crossing the ocean. Just remember that. It's a while in itself.
Yeah, that's like
Wow.
what? It's
Hello.
another 6 weeks after that.
But still, it's so cool that we have both the All Stars. And okay, Len is back.
I'm back. And I think that this fella has set a record for S's in tonight's show with 12 and 1A.
You're gonna have to move him over to the left.
Yeah.
Basically, we only have calculations on these two. We haven't done it. It's like, but yeah,
That's all
let's
that
do it.
matters.
Yeah. I'm happy to hear this. These are 5 excellent, top. Let's move on. Magnus.
S plus tier. No, Magnus is fantastic. I'd give him A. I'd give him the first A.
The first A. Yeah.
Yes.
I want him at A as well. He has that aura around him as well. Powerful. I need to expand my English vocabulary. I can't say powerful 12 times.
I love this figure so much. He looks like, I mean, look at him. You can tell he's probably got a thick neck. Because he's just, look at how strong he is. And
And the bulky torso, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm going to say S tier, but if he ends up in A, I can live with it.
Yeah, for me, he's an A. I mean, that head sculpt is so cool. Look at that beard.
He's a strong A.
Yeah. Very strong A.
Very strong.
Plus, I mean, come on. For me, my favorite Motu character is Fisto, and come on, come on.
It's Magnus. It's got to be his head if and when that happens.
Yeah.
My only complaint with Magnus would be that axe. I don't think it works with him at all. I'd want something bigger and heavier.
Oh, bigger and heavier.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Like the fake hammer Eliosir. There you go.
Yeah, or swap his and Hadriana's weapons over. That
Oh,
would really
definitely.
fit.
That worked.
So we are saying, basically, we're as a group, we're an A with him.
We are, I think.
I would say that, yes.
So let's see what the chat will do
and it-
to that A. Will it raise him to an S, or will it drop him
And
to a B? And
If
if
it-
he
you-
goes any lower than that, I'm stopping the stream right now.
really? Are you?
If it goes lower than a B.
It goes lower. Oh. Ooh.
Would that be that?
Are you ready to find out?
George,
Let's
just stop this
find
stream.
out.
5 S's, 4 A's, 2 B's, 1 C, and 0 D's. So that's 8 in the S or the A range. So he has to drop in the S or the A. Yeah, and summon up whatever you guys thought.
He's a strong A and maybe bumped up to S depending on what other characters are.
Yeah, in the reshuffle, that should probably be considered.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Let's keep that in mind for later to try to reshuffle them right away, during the lines. That will make it
Right.
easier.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. Scapular, the first version of Scapular. The Cryptbreaker. I'm dropping him here, but I'm not saying that he is a B. I don't know. What do you guys say?
He's probably like my favorite skeleton, honestly, because it was like it was so hard to try to get him. I still don't have all of them. I had to make his torso, but I'd give him A, but not Magnus's A, and only because there is a version 2. I could maybe let him go into B, and I wouldn't be mad if he gets pushed to C.
For me, he's a B. I mean, the head sculpt is great, although we've seen it a couple of times since now. That head sculpt is brilliant. The shield, the colouring of the shield is possibly the best in the line. I love the patterning and the colouring on that. But he is very basic parts. So for me, it's very much middle of the road. So a B.
I'm going to say C only because of his re-release. He'd be higher had he not gotten this re-release. He would be higher.
Still love that head sculpt,
I still do too.
but you know, comparing to the others here, I think he's cooler than both Scapular and Gwendolyn and the skeleton builders. Oh, I'm going with B, at least B. Yep. So
Yeah, it's just a fantastic figure, and it's kind of funny now. Coming up on the 10 years of Mythic Legions, how some of these characters and figures have actually gotten nostalgic to me.
yeah, I don't have Scapular, but he has a very iconic look to him. That is actually something that I've been, while we're waiting for Len, that the newer, more detailed figures, which I love. I'm gonna be very clear on that. I love all the different stuff that's getting added. A tricky part is to keep the iconic look. When you keep adding so much more cool stuff, keeping the iconic, colors. This is the red. This is the bone arms. This is the, it's going to be interesting. But I think it's, Eric knows what he's doing. But it's that's something that I'm thinking about.
There's a few figures that I think just are very important from the early days to the look of the line, and I think he's one of them. Scapular, I think he's a very influential. If you show somebody what Mythic Legions was, or even what it has become, you wanna show them Scapular.
Agree.
And Atlas.
All right. I agree with Steve, actually. I think he's very iconic to the line. He's one of my personal favorites, if not my absolute favorite. Just because I think of the skeletons in Mythic Legions, I think of him. It's just super iconic. I love the character. Anyway, enough about me and more about the chat. 1 S, 2 A's, 7 B's, 2 C's, and 2 D's.
So he's pretty good where he is.
Pretty solid at a B. Yeah, that's about where we rolled out in the chat too.
Then I'm moving on right away with
We
Gideon.
don't even have to talk about this one, right?
Yeah. S tier.
S.
I want the chat to move fast on this one.
Hurry up, chat. You're taking 30 minutes to Legion, ladies. Chat, hurry up.
This is probably, I don't have, none of us have him in hand, but I think this is my number 1 Mythic Legions figure.
It's gonna be 'cause just everything added to him.
Everything about him.
Yeah.
I just number 1 figure of all of the figures.
Like, people love the Valiant Knight, and that's just like, it's taken it just nighty night.
It was my most anticipated figure probably ever until Atlas 2.
Oh yeah, of course that's more. But to me, you see, those two can't even compare. This is so much higher on the list for me. Of course, I just said that this is number 1. Sorry, bad.
I wouldn't say you can't compare them, because they are the peak of both of their categories.
But I just compare them anyway.
Stop it.
Atlas wins though because he rides a bear.
And he has a secondary persona as a gladiator with a fun name. Gotta love that.
But on the negative side, he's from the House of the Noble Bear.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Come on.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Come
Okay,
on.
so-
I saw you smiling at LegionsCon when they were showing those.
Somebody was tickling me. It was nothing to do with the figures.
Everybody loves a bear. He doesn't have to identify as Noble Bear. It's okay. Okay.
Len, are we ready to summarize? No, we're not.
No, unfortunately no. The chat got a little broken up here because I have to it's taking more time to interpret because there's comments being made on figures that aren't voted yet. So it's making it a little confusing. So everyone, if you can just put the name of the character you were voting on, which is the one we're talking about, hopefully, and then your rank, it's going to make it a lot easier for me to interpret what's going on.
If they want to make it easier.
Yeah,
Of
I mean,
course
like,
they don't.
come on, guys. It's 25 minutes to Legions, ladies. We gotta keep it flowing. We gotta keep it organized. Don't jumble up the chat.
We'll get there.
Focus, people. Focus.
It's, come on, but also relax. This is not a job. Well, it is a job. This is important business.
I didn't punch my time card at the beginning of this.
You
Oh, no.
didn't?
I
Then
did.
you don't get anything.
So are we really waiting to see what is going to happen with Gideon?
Yes.
'Cause I don't,
Do
I
you
don't-
That
want
is
to know,
actually-
Stephen, how grand of a win it is? Or do you want me just to say, oh yeah, S, put him in S? Or would you rather have me have an unveiling of ta-da for this figure?
just do your thing. Make it dramatic. Go the dramatic route.
Okay. The winner so far of the most S's in the night, Sir Gideon 2, with 16 S's. And 1 D. I don't know what's up with that.
Wait. Who put the D?
I don't know. Like I said, it got really confusing. I'd have to go back.
Did Curtis hack the chat and hit the
Just
button?
drama.
All
And
right.
there's another S coming in.
Kevin.
Yeah, so he's like got 17 S's, so he's got to
Okay,
go all the way up to the
okay.
top.
Maybe Gwendolyn got in the chat and is trying to do him a disservice.
Oh, Gwendolyn.
So we're looking at the Harvester. Maxilius?
Maxilius.
S tier. He's
I
death.
think it's
Scythe. And people can stop asking for Figura Obscura death because it's just use him. Just use him. You're good. You're done.
You guys are very okay.
It's a fully naked skeleton under those robes. It's an S.
It's an S. I believe it has 3 awesome ways to display him.
Here we go.
Display him
yeah.
like that. Take his bones off, and he's Grim Reaper, and take him everything off, and he's a naked skeleton. I don't know what more you want. He's an S.
And how
back
creepy
piece-
is that head sculpt too? I mean,
head-
it's not just a skull; it's a really creepy skull.
That just malform fused together eye sockets.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
That back piece, if you get to look at it from like down, from the like down the back of it, it's just it's not painted gory, but it looks gory.
I agree. It's the only naked skeleton as well. Did you
So-
say naked skeleton? Come on, that's not correct.
I
Can't
think
say
so.
naked.
I think that's like a double negative. I mean, like a skeleton is naked, so like a naked skeleton is redundant.
What do you say? What? So teach
I'm
me.
gonna make
What do you
mine-
say?
A naked skeleton. He doesn't have any clothes on.
Yeah, he's an au natural skeleton.
Nathan Nate Barch said S Blood Eagle. I'm like, yeah, Blood Eagle. Rip them rib cages out through the back. Flip the lungs up. This is a family show.
I like so far. I mean, of course, we haven't placed him. With the vote is not done yet for the Harvester, but I like what I'm seeing at the top there. So I mean,
I
Well, we
think
all-
it's very balanced. It's very balanced.
We all knew what we were heading for. What was in this coming up at the end, and we had to make room.
yeah, that is true. That is true. Okay, Len.
All right. Oh, wait. One more here. All right. So, it's a very popular character, as it was with you gentlemen. He received 11 S's, 6 A's, 0 B's, 1 C, and 0 D's.
He's an S.
He's an
He's an
S,
S.
and maybe even around here somewhere. I don't remember.
I don't think he's above Attila, is he?
Yeah, I don't think he's above Attila, but
no,
maybe
I don't
right
think so.
there.
I think Attila was 11. Gideon was 12.
Okay, it's easy peasy in the S tier at least. And now we have a character that, you know, we shall see how it affects. I mean, maybe not many people have Oto. I mean, do you like him? Do you don't? I mean, do you not?
Do you
would
want
you
honest opinion? Do you want the most honest there?
Go for it.
Well, yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and say anyone who's buying or selling him for $600 is insane. I'm like, no. He's not worth that. I think he's great character wise. I wish we had his head sculpt more. Version 2 will be fantastic. This figure itself, I'd put it BC. And C, C.
You mean it's his reputation that people like.
Yeah.
It's his reputation and the fact that, like, if they ever get their hands on one, they can flip them for high.
I mean, it's a great head sculpt, there's no doubt about that. But the rest of it's a pretty boring build.
Mm-hmm.
So I had him as a B, but I could easily see it slipping to a C.
I'm right in the same line of thinking as you guys. He's a great figure. I have him. I would never get rid of him because it's fun to say I have him.
Yeah.
But I mean, his head sculpt is very unique and I like it. But just as, I'll just repeat what those guys said. It's just, other than that, there's not much there.
It's
in the older days it was, because he was a huge variation of, when we've got the first ones, it was like, wow, he stands out and he's cool and everything, But nowadays it's, he's going to get drowned by the cooler stuff that's come out. Drowned. I don't know if that's a real word, but hey.
Water. You're right.
So, Len is already here.
Yeah, not much action for him. Again, like that tracks, right? Because not a lot of people have him. We have 1 S, 2 A's, 5 B's, 4 C's, and 2 D's.
Ooh. So it's B or C, I guess,
so that's
right?
like 6 in the bottom 2 tiers, 5 in the dead middle with B. So I think you guys are looking good with your B.
Okay. Shall we leave him there?
I think he's definitely at the end of B.
At the end of B.
At the end of B.
It's crowded there, of course. So it's only a couple figures left, and now we have Necronominus himself.
Is that an S? Is this coming up on the screen as an S?
Yeah, that looks like an S.
Because he looks like an S.
Does that mean that you want him at D?
No.
Okay.
Yes. High, the top. There you go. Right there. Seeing him in person, it's in the sculpt on his head alone. There's figures put out by like other toy companies that don't, like, the whole figure doesn't look as any way intricate as this guy's headdress. So S tier.
Yeah, it's an S tier for me. It's like the headdress is amazing, but also it's a scythe with a mini scythe on it.
Yeah,
it's like, that's just genius.
That detail it's crazy cool,
Yeah.
And the more you look at him, if you go into details and just scrolling around on the page, and then you go here and you zoom in, there are so many details added. Just as with Gideon's, different eagles and stuff like that, Necronominus has a ton of details added.
And just hidden details too. Like,
hidden details, yeah.
Again, in the headdress, there's feathers in it. It's insane. I know I saw it in person, guys. I know, Curtis.
But I can't put him lower than the ones that we have in S. So for me, it's a definitive S.
Yeah.
I have some ideas for the ones that are. I think there will be some rearranging if I get. Nate, I can't wait for you all to see his painting from Nate.
We can't wait either.
Yeah. I can't wait to buy the print off you, Nate.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah. So is it done,
right.
Nate?
You ready?
Okay, yeah.
All right, Necronominus, the man, got 10 S's, 2 A's, 1 B, 0 C's, and 0 D's. So that's 0 in the top or in the bottom categories. So I mean, he definitely has to land in the S's. He's not not the highest of the night, but he's definitely up there.
I'm fine
He
with
would be one more over to the left, Emil. There.
Like this.
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Got it.
Because dang, they're like a pair, you know? Siphon buddies.
I like that story as well.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to an older figure, Pixis.
Pix is super cool.
Not Poxus, but Pixis. I truly like it. I truly like this one. Let me hear what thoughts do you guys have?
I like him. I like him a lot. I was rooting for him during the All-Star voting. I'd give him a B.
Yeah, I gave him B as well. Great bio. The armor colors are beautiful, but again, it's a relatively basic build, so it's a B for me.
I think I want him at A if my choice is with A. There is something about him, you know. Blue armor on the skeleton. I mean, we know that it's a an homage or tribute, or you know, to Pixel Dan, who is his main color is blue. But I also think that it's really cool with the skeleton. It makes him way different than the rest of the dark ones.
And then also being, I think he falls into Sons of the Red Star. So that's another little plus for him, too. That's another little bump up.
Yeah. So, you guys said, did you all say B? All the three of you?
I didn't say. I think he's kind of a B for me. Yeah, I really like him.
Curtis, I haven't seen this one in person, but I have seen Pixel Dan in person. I'd give him an S. Pixel Dan. This figure, C.
You're ranking Pixel Dan?
Of course. He has at least 2 action figures now. This and a Major Bendy's.
Steven has one.
It's true. It's true.
Working. Okay.
I actually like Pixis personally. I think he has beautiful color. You know, really nice. I'd have to definitely put him in the either A or B category. But the chat is going with 0 S's, 4 A's, 5 B's, 4 C's, and 2 D's.
Oh.
So that's like 6 in the lower, 5 in the mid, 4 in the upper 2. And you guys have him on the A?
Not only me and, well...
A, B. Maybe.
I feel like
then we have to go down to B.
He might be more of a B, but if you want to factor in that much with what the chat says.
So, are we
I would
moving
personally
someone
move
up?
him to B myself. That's my vote.
Move him to B.
If we're moving him down to B, which one are we moving up to A?
The Skeleton Builder 2.
I mean, it is
No.
Skeleton Builder. Skeleton Builder.
Skeleton Soldier. There we go. Skeleton Soldier.
Yeah.
That?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Either of the two.
Fantastic.
Come on.
No, that one's
Seriously.
dumb.
Like I
That
took
is a-
one to Toylanta and I sold it. It was wonderful. People were like, "Oh yeah." Big Dub was like, "Let me see this," and tried to stick it under his shirt. Even it was like, "Let me take this." It's like everybody loves them. Everybody loves soldiers.
The original Night Builder, surely, if we're going to bump anything up.
Mm.
That's a brilliant figure.
It
Which
is.
one?
The original Night Builder.
Yeah, 1 over. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're
I mean,
gonna
I
move
would
that
find
over
it-
that skeleton.
Listen, Emil. I've seen it in person. That builder needs to go up.
If you
So
guys
I
you're
want-
have-
saying swap that builder with Pixis.
No,
Okay.
I don't agree.
You don't agree?
Move Pixis down to the Black Knight. Move the Black Knight down to
Oof.
Are we moving
the red
Black
the
Knight
red chick
down?
with the hood. Move her down to D.
I agree with everything but moving the Black Knight down. I think Pixis should be moved down to B, and then Otho should be moved down to C, and then Chick with the Red Hood down to D.
The Templar girl should go down. She's
This is tough. The chat's all over on this. Like everyone's.
Well, what
Trevor's
are they
coming
saying,
Black
then?
Knight to C. I mean, everyone's just has different opinions on where it should drop, on what should drop and what should go where. It's really
Black
hard
Knight
to
to
say.
C, Black
We
Knight
need
to
to
C,
do this.
Dark Templar to D, and then put Pixis in B.
Otho to C.
Dark Templar to D.
No. Night Builder 2 to D.
Night Builder. This one?
That's the
Yeah.
deluxe
No.
one with all the parts.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's a great
Nah.
figure. You can't
it's a
put that
great,
in D.
great figure. I've seen it in person. It's a great figure. I've touched it.
I'm telling you, move that freaking skeleton out of B.
I touched it.
I'll go with
Wait,
Lynn on
here.
this. I'll agree with Lynn.
Our friend Nate says, Bill, he's going with Billy. Otho to C.
Oh, snap. If Nate Barge says it, make it so.
Chris is saying OG skeleton to D, and I'm saying the same. Not D, maybe, but at least to C.
Okay, I just moved O2 down to C.
Where he belongs.
That means we have to. I think we're gonna have to rearrange this again. But okay, if one of these are going down to D, then
Ooh,
Move
it's
that-
tough. It's tough now.
Move Travis down. Move Travis to D. He won't mind.
I told you he would rather
He
have
won't.
the D.
Yeah, he won't care. Just do it.
He is not
Do
going
it,
to care.
do it.
one
All right,
bit.
what's next?
I think before we move, I think that's the most wrongly placed figure in this whole tier because I love. And is this Nate's Bart's fault that he is here now? Okay,
No,
let's-
it's not. Move on. There's 7 minutes to Legion, ladies, guys. Hurry it up.
you can drop off if you need to, Billy. We need
Never.
to do
I'm
this
not. I'm
terrible.
just
Yeah,
looking for Curtis.
Yeah. So no.
If you want
let,
to,
let Curtis move over there and just. I mean, well,
He'll have
So-
both
We're
streams
going to
open.
finish this out.
yeah. So don't rush it, Billy.
Okay.
Please.
finish this
So
out.
Sir Gerard, and if I may say so, I think he is an S figure. I rank him extremely high. I think he's an awesome mix of parts that, the end result is, I love it.
I love that he's in the Sons of Red Star. I love that he came with the scapular head for the first time in forever. I feel like when this went up, I got like 2 or 3 of them at one time, and I was just like, "This is fantastic!" And I just kept buying them because they're just super cool. It's everything you want. It's better than the red shield shoulder and share some parts with it. It's yes, S tier.
Yeah, the only thing is, I mean, when it was out, I mean, look at this. I love how it looks,
And he can be anybody. He's a changeling.
I need to see what's left.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Yes.
I'm not as high on this guy as you guys. I got him as a B.
B will call. Yeah, okay. So
I like the colouring, but
Mhm.
nah.
I'd accept him as a B, but if he was a C, I'd riot.
I mean, look at the A there. I think he's way better than Morgolyth
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
and Sir Ignatius. I mean, I think he's Gadriel.
I think there's room for him in S.
I think so too.
Let's put him there. If the chat agrees, let's put him there and we can swap him around later
Yeah.
if we have to. If the
the
chat
chat-
agrees, we'll see what the chat says.
If
Yeah,
the
of
chat
course.
agrees, I think we need to make sure Jeremy Gerard isn't involved too heavily in the chat.
I don't think he's been in there today.
Oh.
All right. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Sir Gerard gets 4 S votes, 7 A votes, 1 B, 0 C, and 0 D.
think he's
So
an A.
it's pretty solid in the A category.
Yeah, this is
My
solid A.
personal vote. I love the figure. I mean, black and red can't go wrong. I don't know if it deserves to be in the S tier, just based on I don't know what, but I think A
Yeah.
sounds good for it.
I'm gonna say it also. We rank the Turpiculi at the A level. I mean that's also an option to move him up if we need to.
Yeah, Turpiculi looks
Yeah.
awesome. I saw him in person.
Okay, so Sir O. Wayne, I love you, Billy.
I love you, Emil.
Sir Wayne.
Sorry, I just saw where they were just like, because of what happened to Otho. I love his color scheme. I love it. I'd give him a C.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
C or a D at this point. I still think he's a great figure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a C or a D at this point.
He's a D for me just because of the matte colouring of the armor.
Oh.
You know, I'm not a fan of it because of that.
So if it was like a shinier or like a gloss,
If it was a shinier or a glossier one, it would be probably a C. But it's the fact that it's not that drops it to a D for me.
I can see that.
So we have a
He's
question
not-
here from
he's-
Eric Cornelius. Where is Lord Veterius?
He's, I don't know, working for money or getting money somewhere, flipping something. I don't know. He's probably sold himself.
We couldn't. I mean, when we were discussing, we couldn't see him as a knight.
No.
Sir Gerard, he is the leader of the Dark Templars, right? So I mean, if he's leader of the Templar Knights, then he ought to be a knight himself. But Lord Veterius, hard to put him among the knights, and he's not a skeleton.
He's a mercenary.
That's how we discussed it.
Yeah, mercenary. And if you're arguing for Balaam now, I'm going to say he's a cat in armor.
Rich had a good,
Well-
summarize about that.
Yeah, Balaam is a mage that wears armor. He's not
Mhm.
a knight that's a mage like Sir Andrew is. He's
Yeah.
very much a mage that wears armor. So yeah, he wouldn't count.
So
as
these
a-
have discussions.
Yeah, he's like a cat in a paint can.
I love Balaam.
I love him as well. Yeah.
I love
He's not a
cats in paint cans and or boxes.
He's in a very beautifully painted paint can.
Yes, he is.
Len,
All
you're
right,
most
guys, back to
welcome.
Owain. I
Thank you.
personally love Owain. He's one of my
Me too.
favorites. I like him more, I guess, more for customizing reasons, like popping swaps and parts. But he gets 1 S, 0 A's, 1 B, 2 C's, and 5 D's.
Oh man, he is among the D's then.
He's got to be C or D.
Are we putting him among the D's?
I think we've got it.
Yeah.
There
So
you
now it's time to move up. It's Pelvicas going up again then.
Well, don't you have to start moving up from B to A? Or
Well,
C.
D is full now.
Mm-hmm.
right?
So we can just move him up for now.
You could put
And
him as
then we
S
know
tier right now because somehow he
Let's
gets
see.
in the
There's room.
yeah, just have him there and
then-
he party
then-
around.
Then Otto
No,
must be
stop
kicked
that.
up.
No, he doesn't.
No,
Leave
no,
him
if it goes
alone.
down, if anything.
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
We
There were a
moved
lot of
Otto
down votes for Otho.
yeah. Otho,
Yeah, but we already moved him down to. Oh,
he could be number 1D.
what? No, we can't
He,
jump
no,
him.
Otho does not jump to B, sir. He was at the not
He
E.
just dropped to C. Then he must be the first one to go up to B, right?
No, he dropped to C,
Yeah.
and even in the C's, he's towards the back end there. If you're gonna move someone up to B, move the Night Builder 2 up.
He's toward the back end of what do you think?
I think he's towards the back end.
Steven, help us. Oh, you're muted.
Right.
I don't know what to do here. This is really tough.
I agree
Why
with
don't-
Chris. I don't know what that skeleton builder's still doing in the B tier.
I agree with that. I do
Why?
agree
Yeah,
with that too.
I agree with that. I'm not
Come
sure.
on.
I agree with that. But there's no place to put him in D.
Listen,
now,
I
so that's
got
gonna
a
cause him
case of
bigger.
him sitting in the bait. He doesn't even know when he wants to buy him. Move him down.
But there's no room down there.
There's no room to move him down. That's
care.
gonna shake everything up.
Okay, I got
Okay,
it.
if we move him down, then we move Pelvicas up to be where he deserves.
Move Pelvicas up. He's good utilitarian guy. You can just
He'll
play with
blend
him.
in.
And now Pixis is going up here.
No,
Good.
no.
Next.
If you're gonna do something,
And now
drop the original gold knight off the list with the gold skeleton.
no. It's time for
It's
okay.
time for
this,
him.
This might be some arguments for that one, but now we're going with Scapular, the Cryptbreaker 2. Stephen, you're most welcome to rearrange again, but Len just brought this up. I think he's moving us along.
S tier.
I thought you were ready. You picked Scapular up and threw him into the chart.
I just wanted to blame you.
Okay. I'll take that blame. Go ahead.
I've said my piece.
Scapular, Emir Caspar, 2 S's, S tier.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I mean 1S.
Yes, yes. And I got shot by his blow dart at Toylanta by John McDonald cosplaying as him. Fantastic cosplay, by the way. Go
Yeah,
look him up.
fantastic.
Super S tier. 3 S's then. 3 S's.
It's brilliant. It's also one of the top figures I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
It's a figure I want to buy 3 of, so I can show him in Caspier and then regular Scapular, and then I want one that has showing his back because his back is so cool.
It just felt
Like not that back, but the back of Scapular.
He's so well equipped. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a. I mean, I would be very surprised if not. I mean,
You can put stuff in a flute and shoot it out like a
Yeah.
dart gun. It's a tube.
we need to read out the comments. People who are just sitting and customizing and listening to the show. So word is okay, Len.
Well, I'm gonna read the results. Like Mike, Casper.
Slow
Hey, look,
down.
Anthony's back.
Welcome back.
Oh,
Anthony.
those results were. Oh, now he's done it. We have 10 S votes for him, and there were no other votes until Anthony just gave him a D.
Yeah, but I think he gives him like the good D, not the bad D.
I'm not sure there is a. Yeah.
Okay. So
You better be careful answering that.
There's 11. That makes 11 S's for him.
awesome.
Okay.
We have 3 more because the golden skeleton is off the list. It's got its own tier.
This guy.
Anyway,
This
This
random.
is easy.
This random watcher is saying asking if we can save the best for last.
Okay.
We can do that, right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that. You got it, buddy.
So then we have. Who do we have here?
Sir Valgard? Is Sir
Yeah.
Valgard, right? Yeah.
Sir Valgard's pretty cool.
He's pretty cool. He's cooler than Otho.
Well, I really like this figure. Kickstarter exclusive, if I remember right.
He was indeed, yeah. This figure's mentally scarred me because I had the chance to buy him for under £100 and decided no, it was too much for him.
I don't know the conversion rate, but I still would be like, oof. It hurt
That's
my
like
heart.
$1 million.
It's $1 million. Oh
Yeah.
no!
It would have been about $120, Billy.
Yeah, you should have done that.
Yeah, I
Yep.
should have done that. Yeah, I'm kicking
I had
myself
to
in the
auction
backside still.
Yeah, if I had a chance to buy him for 120 and I had $120 ready, yeah, I'd pick him up.
I don't think anything special about him more than it would
No.
be cool to have him as, part of the Aetheron, because Aetheron is one of the coolest factions. But there's nothing special, since we know that the helmet is quite generic. Are you tired, Steven?
Yep. No.
This has been a long show. Thanks to everyone who has taken part in this. I mean, where do you want to put him, Sir Valgard? I couldn't put him at C, maybe.
I had him as a B.
I'd put him as A, and bump
Wow.
down Pixis, and then bump down Otho, and then bump down the Skeleton Builder, and then bump off the Gold Knight.
There is no room to bump down.
Yeah, exactly.
Bump up.
Get rid of. Oh, you're right. Bump up. You're right. My bad. I forgot. There's only 3 left. I keep seeing that gold skeleton.
Well,
It's a reminder. Okay, Len.
Hold on. They're just coming in a little slower, guys.
Okay, let's look
so
at this. Oh god, sorry.
I'll tell you. I love this character. I think he's great. If you are lucky enough to own him and have him in hand, he's absolutely gorgeous. Let's see. He has 3 S's, 4 A's, no B's, no C's, and 2 D's. So again, it tracks with figures that maybe some people don't have. And he not getting a lot of votes, but 7 in the top S or A, 2 D's, nothing in the middle. So where you didn't drop him yet? Oh boy.
No place to drop him. So here's the deal. This is the way I see it. We're dropping off the gold skeleton, so that one doesn't count. We've got the giant Greg tribute, and we've got the skeleton next to him, and there's 3 spots available in S tier. So that means we need at least one person to go up to S tier, because I'm assuming that Greg is going to end up in S tier. So if Greg is in S tier, and there's a good chance that skeleton, I don't know where that's going to go, but I know Greg's going to be there. So we're going to need to move somebody up.
And I think Trevor has the right thought that Terpiculi needs to be S tier. He is a beast. Get him up there.
Yeah, if we're moving anyone up, it would be the Tibicular.
And I'll third that with Trevor and say that I agree with that too.
I'd have said Magnus.
Let's move him up.
All right, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Okay, now we have room in A. Who could go up to A?
Well, are we putting Valgard in B? Is that what you said?
I'm thinking that Valgard's going to be a B. Isn't that kind of what we kind of thought?
I think so
That
too.
feels right.
Are we putting Pelvicas up at A?
No, we're
I
going to
don't
move
know.
Scapular up to A.
Wait.
Oh my god, our chat's being spammed horribly.
Oh, it's just Greg.
Wasn't Valgard an
think
A
there's a
though,
bot.
based on the chat?
Next tiering, we're not going to have 61 characters in the
was-
tier.
Was
Chris is
Valgard
saying
in
Valgard was an A based on chat.
A? Okay, so put
Yeah.
Valgard up in the A.
Okay, done.
Yeah, he was at 4 with 3 S's. He was definitely higher. Chris is
So
right.
then we have Walter the Mad.
Where are we going to put Walter the Mad?
Right by Malus.
Right by Malus.
I'm just funning with that one. I really do like the Waltor figure.
I was so tired, Billy, that I didn't notice that joke. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm not funny.
I had him down as an A.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
he's
loads of
in-
accessories. The helmet's great. It's a good figure.
And
Playing
even with-
around.
Yeah, even without the convention exclusive accessories, he's still like a fantastic figure. I'd go with A too, and Walter's just kind of great. Oh yeah, Walter makes a great dwarf custom too. So yeah, A.
Yeah, well, I think I agree on that as well. I wouldn't put him up at the S slot there, but the A slot. And here we could move up. if he ends here at the A slot, Sir Elijah could move up.
I really, I'm chiming in late. I'm sorry, but I like Waltor for all the accessories too. He's a really good deal. He's got a lot of stuff. It's a fun figure. His fur cape is awesome, and the chat seems to be consensus with him in the A.
Nice. So there we have him.
So Magnus goes up to S.
Oh,
I wouldn't argue
I'm
with
with
that.
Chris.
Yeah, I'm thinking Elijah.
Yeah, move up Elijah, as Chris Brown said as
I
well.
can live with that because I really
Yeah.
like Elijah too.
All right,
Exactly.
That's 3. That's 4. All right, move him up.
Move him up. Now we have when we do the quick one at the end, then people hate us. So the suggestion here, I mean, people can vote just for the fun of it, but Sir Uchak, he must be at the top, right?
He's got to be S tier. I could say that I saw him in person. I could say I hugged Greg in person. I can say I just love an ogre scale knight. Finally, I can't wait. Like I still want like a brute scale knight. I'm glad I'm getting an ogre scale knight first, and I'm glad it's Big Greg's tribute figure. Look at that hammer. That hammer is going to turn people into tomato paste and make them into tomato pies.
Yeah, that's not a fake hammer at all.
No, that's a real hammer. That's like an actual real hammer. It's
Tomato pie.
tomato pie.
Tomato pie.
Tomato pie is more house seals, but Big Red does like this.
So, Len, are you just summarizing the voting for him before
I'm
we
showing
can just...
pictures. Hold on.
I just keep showing pictures and that alternate head. Oh,
I am counting votes too. Yes.
Yeah, that's also because we are actually going to 242. That's a lot.
look at that.
What did you do? You wanted to do knights and skeletons.
No, it was Steven's idea, and then we ended up. Wow, that's a
No,
long
I
night
just
there.
said knights. I didn't say knights and skeletons.
Yes, you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
No.
Let's make it an
Anthony
epic
and Seal, that's
battle.
blasphemy. You don't heat up tomato pie.
Eh.
Look at this. Greg says I'm a knight and skeleton in one. We got to do the whole list over again because they're all skeletons too.
Yeah, every character here has a bone inside their body. Skeletons win.
Look at this. Our top row is all new figures.
No. Oh,
Mandibulus.
yeah.
Mandibulus.
So Mandibulus is the
Mandibulus.
only older figure that penetrated his way in.
Yes, he did.
That's a victory that Mandibulus is up there. I'm happy with that.
Hey,
I
chat,
can,
last call for S's for Sir Uzak.
last call.
Are we getting a lot of S's?
Maybe.
Maybe.
But it actually feels like we have more consensus on this list than what we have had in some other tiers. Or maybe I'm just trying to be.
How many Greg S's is that? How many is that?
Ignore that, Billy. Don't you ask that.
It's looking like Sir Sir Greg should be like the number one S. I don't know.
Maybe he is.
22 S's!
Move him over
Move
to
him
the
on.
left.
Move him to the left.
Remove the letter S and just put a little picture of Greg, the person.
This I like this list actually. It
I
feels
like
good.
This list.
Bad guy. What's Chris asking about? A bad guy brute knight? Who's that?
Yeah, the big dark colored knight brute. Or the opposite
Yeah, what
of
about him?
Greg's.
One of the
Emil
other
and Rich.
children of. I didn't class him as a knight. I just had him as a demon wearing armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
Looks-
here. Same here.
Works
He's
for me.
badass though, but that's for another tiering.
Chris, the answer is Steven. So, are we really
Price
going
is
to
high,
leave
Chris.
the...
Don't do it.
I'm just thinking about this poor golden skeleton that we didn't even.
that's what I was thinking too, that poor guy.
You
That's
know, you know what you've just done by putting him down there. That's F tier.
So the thing is that list, you know, if you want to look more on that, we will, you know, in a few days, and after the weekend probably, I'm going away, but then we can post it up in the Cabal for people to just check the list out and say their opinions. You know, it's always interesting to say, how did that character end up in the bottom or in the top or whatever.
Yeah.
But the S tier, we pretty much agree on, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And just
was
to add
easy.
what Emil just said, we did discuss prior to the show making this like a shareable tier, right, Emil? Like we're going to look into that so
Yes.
that you can kind of play along on the replay,
Greg.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we can post that along with the tier. When we put up the tier, we put up the link to this. You know, I just had to redo it since I added Avona in the afterwards.
All right.
We'll fix that. Oh, so Steven, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just
Ah! All right. First, I want to say thank you to Richard and Billy for sticking with us for a marathon episode. Your butts probably hurt. Mine does. We'll see you guys again, and till then, we'll see you around the land of Mythos.